the curse.
What is up, guys? Houdini here, and welcome on into a little bit of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yes, this is Assassin's Creed in all feudal Japan, something we've always wanted, but has it come too late for this series? Is everybody kind of pissed off at it, and has it come with too much controversy? It seems like modern Ubisoft are definitely in it for, you know, the ratings and the click-throughs and all that, instead of just making good old games. This is the fourth game in their new sort of RPG way of playing these games, and it's definitely of mixed results. Mainly the power leveling, I don't think it sits well with a lot of people, or assassinations, not quite killing the enemy even though you plunge it deep in his neck. It's a strange one, but I'm enjoying my time with it. Naoe, who is our shinobi, and Yasuke, who is our samurai. It's a nice mix-up, you know. I thought they were just going to shoehorn in that he would become an assassin, but it's not. No, he's leading the way of the samurai, so he does not have a hidden blade, and he can barely jump around in his massive armor. He actually ends up like falling and breaking the hay bale, so it's so funny. It's really cool. Now I am still having issues with the power leveling. Such is the way, huh? How's it going, DBG? Hello. But we had a really great stream of this last time, including finally getting our apprentice assassin gear. It seems like Naoe's mother is her link to the hidden ones. Really cool, huh? It's really, really nice. Now you can change between Yasuke and Naoe pretty much anywhere now, even during the fast travel. And it's really cool. Look, you got like kind of the silk. You've got the assassin symbol in the front. You got the kunai. You got lots of stuff going on. So really nice builds going on too. I will say though, so far, unless there's something we're missing, I think Yasuke has the better tool set. You know, he's got access to teppos, which are guns, early guns, and bow and arrows. And now he has this naginata, which is a huge spear, and the tempo, which actually probably not what it's called. I'm not sure what it's called. It's a huge big club anyway. And poor old Naoe just has her tanto, which is a small blade and allows you to do double assassinations. She has the kurosagama, which is my favorite, and she has a good old-fashioned katana. So it's a bit unusual. I feel like we're missing something with her. Maybe that's just the case. So we're gonna move over and play as Yasuke. I said I'd do that. Each assassination target, I would move between them. I thought that would be a cool idea. And he's just got his bow and arrow and stuff, so I'm cool with that. Alright, we've become wanted in a couple of areas because Sabra's been a bad boy. Let's go into our mastery. Nice. So when you level up with Naoe, you level up as Yasuke, and vice versa. So put that to the test. Alright, let's put some... What kind of skills do we have? We have the Crescent Strike, which is a move I'm already doing in the first Berserker Kazan, which is crazy. That's an insane... He's already so powerful, Yasuke, it's almost a joke. Hold B and press all those buttons for a powerful combo. Hold LB, okay. What else we got here? Fire Reach. Enemies hit by the tip of the knife and take 15% more damage. Cool. Increased damage on hitting multiple enemies. Good lord. All the freebies. All the freebies. Okay, what else you got? Nice. Yeah, 300 million already. They were expecting somewhere between 100 and 150 million. See, there's the Teppo. I don't know if we have that yet. It bursts armor. That's so cool. I'll get that. Let's see. It says Teppo, and then we have a bow and arrow. Yeah, look, the bow. He's definitely missing some stuff. Staggering Blast. Shoot a powerful arrow at the target, dealing 6% build damage and pushing them back. What's this here? Clear Mind. Time slows down. That's always handy. He shoots like 3 at a time as well. Marksman shot. Target's head with a posture shot. Or you can actually do like posture and strong attacks with those two as well. Okay. More arrows. That's good. What else we got over here? Silent arrows. A new arrow that unlocks or has 100% armor piercing. Okay, and then poison arrows. Oh my god, there's so much. Oh, aiming to select them. Alright. Jesus. Okay. I was thinking we'd start off with some of these. Oh, yes, look. Poor Naoe is wanted over there. I think, I'm not sure what happened. I was getting some armor and I think it just popped off, I swear. Didn't mean to happen. Have you gone to see it yet? Are you going to go see it? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Sheesh. That is insane. Alright. There's some of his bows. Okay, cool. Oh, we do have access to Teppo. Okay. Oh, I kinda might slightly prefer Teppo. Equip weapon already equipped on the other slot. Equipping the weapon will unequip the other weapon slot. Huh? What does that mean? Is it? I'm in the wrong slot or something, am I? Okay. Can you not just move it over? Is it that hard? Here we go. It doesn't matter which one's in the main one. Any new armor for this lad? Not really. Not really. At least you can customize everything. Oh, we got a cool Ronin outfit. Will we do that? Yeah, let's do that. Sick. Alright. We got this level 23. We can't do that. We got this one. Red Bull. I swear to God. It's from a collaboration with Red Bull. God damn it, Ubisoft. People out here drinking Red Bull cans. Oh shit, he's looking slick now. Poison arrow, okay. Yeah, let's go out. We're hunting down these students. His old sensei students. They've been pretty fun, and obviously we're hunting down our next target. Because of the power leveling system, you find yourself a little bit under leveled for areas. I don't think the game has as good a flow as it should, if that makes any sense. It's not a bad thing, it's just I found myself going from introducing Yasuke back into the game and everything was level 18 while I was level 14, so it felt like the game wanted you to stay as Naoe, but it just reintroduced Yasuke. So I don't know, to each their own, I guess. You can set it up in the difficulty where it will take care of everything. It will load the story the way they see it should play out, and it'll load the conversation choices the way they see it play out. So it's interesting. We met this new guy. We'll have to deal with him later. He's a good old good. Oh yes, Genocha. Okay, so where are these students? The corrupt Daikon. We have to do that as well. The politicians. Some of these I think are the right level for us, aren't they? Okay, there we go. Yuki no Kata. Okay, let's go find them. Hope you're all doing well. Had a good weekend. I had a nice little chill weekend. It was nice. Nice to just relax and just hang out. So whereabouts is he? He's in Harama. Have we been there yet? Harama, yeah, over here. Okay. And then this is where the geoguesser comes in. He's in the northwestern estuary. Okay, estuary's full of rivers, isn't it? Over here. Okay, and then then the Shinohoden Shrine, which we don't know of yet. Okay. So we'll just have a little look around there, shall we? Nice. Good. Doesn't take too much. You can use these scouts to help out with the geoguessing as well. The whole game kind of is based around its seasons as well, like you can get a period. Yeah, you gonna go see the movie yourself, do you think? Hey Chase, holy shit, how's it going, dude? Hello, little ghost bro, how you been? There we go, that's what happens when Yasuke falls into that. That's so funny. Alright, there was a Ronin here already, dang. Okay, let's try out this new move. Barely hits him, that's great. I think he was just in the way, was he? Oh, bitch. Oh yeah. When they're slightly a level above you like this, you get wrecked. All level 23. God damn it. I'm dead. What level are we? Like level 20? Sir, please mind your business. Right, maybe we can hit them all a bit better. No, it's doing next to no damage. The wall did more damage there. But these Ronin are kind of like the bounty targets. We shouldn't be inside fighting. They're kind of like the bounty targets from the other games, where they will just show up and cause a whole host. Yeah, he is just one-shotting me right now. Whole host of problems. Oh, god damn, that was close. Is he dead? Okay, he is. Can we not fight inside because the Ubisoft camera is fucking god-awful? Thank you, thank you. Alright. All fucking modern third-person camera are shit. I'm dead. Game over, one hit, that's all he did. That's all he did was one hit kill. Yeah, it's that old power leveling. Never was a fan of it. It seemed like a complete disaster when it comes to how you should treat an RPG. If they're one level above your level, you're dead. And if you're 2 levels, 3 levels, then you get a little skull by their name. And when that happens, it's game over. Alright, so maybe we're not ready for this area. Jesus. My god, even though we killed the first guy, it does not matter. We're 21, so we're only 2 levels below them, and they're one-shotting us. That's all you need to know, basically. You either get on that level, or stay the fuck out of the area. You can't do assassinations. This is the way. How you been, Chase? Missed you, buddy. I hope you're okay. How do you feel about the Nintendo stuff? I'd say you're the kind of guy who's like, people need to shut up. And I get you. But, it's one of these moments where we don't want to be sitting back. Missy, can I knock this guy off and he dies? Whee! He's in a tree! Is he stuck in the tree? You dumb bastard. Alright. But yes, sometimes the internet does talk too loudly, I agree. But in this case, that's not the case. Impossible to call your mount. Nice. I think I got that fast travel point as now being the sneaky thing way above. Why is it impossible to call my mount? And that was another Ronin, and he's level 25. We are so dead, it's not even fucking funny, owie. That's like 1200 damage you just did in one hit, sir. Because your health goes up. Nice. Snow White reached 153 million at the box office. Is that in total or over the first weekend? Doomsday Secret Wars best estimate budget will be 400 million for both. That's not bad actually compared to. I'd expect 400 million each. Because they're wankers. Be honest here, Snow White the remake's basically getting boycotted because of the backlash from the actors. Yeah, it's also shite as well though. It's also shite. You know, it is just a shit movie. We come from a world of hiring little people to play dwarfs and play all that kind of stuff, you know, from Gimli to whatever, and to go to that to be like a huge thing like Disney with literal 7 dwarves and you can't hire a single dwarf, has to be CGI slop. And I think we can all agree, right? I don't know about you guys, you're a little bit on the younger side, but the CGI of the early 90s, although weird, was really impressive and all the animation, and then it got better and better, and then somewhere after say 2016 or so, I think CGI has taken one of the worst falls I've ever seen. It is getting worse. Every screen feels like it's like foggy and washed out with Vaseline. Even it's just bad filters and soundstage stuff, you know. And then the CGI as well does not blend with live action people very well, whereas it did back in the day. Go watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit and tell me that CGI can't work with live action. For the most part, I don't think it can. Because you need incredible actors to know where their line is, instead of just being like, stare at this tennis ball for half an hour, you know. Nice. Okay, so that doesn't prove any good things for us. That's for sure. Oh man, level 24, 22. Okay, we are not ready for this area. This game has a habit of telling you to go kill this person or do this mission of a certain level, and then to your surprise, the level is 6 levels before the enemies in the area, so it's tough. He doesn't do, he can't do assassinations. So, that leaves you to basically try your best. Alright, 2 people with Naganitas. Nice. Will that kill him? When fall damage and wall and pushing them into walls do more damage than you, then you got some troubles. How's it going, lads? Nice. He gone. Oh. What roll, Shaggy? Nice. Yeah, I remember you were talking about like a live action Scooby-Doo. After what happened with Velma, I don't trust them with Scooby-Doo. I don't trust anybody with Scooby-Doo. Oh, there's the yeah, you also can get that. I want one of those clubs. Alright. I don't even know why I'm in here actually, cause it doesn't matter. Yeah, we should just leave. Because he can't climb up the synchronization points. To a point he can. But for the most part he can't. Yasuke is cool. He's meant to just be kind of bull rushing around, you know. Now these duels he gets into are, honestly, they're fucking fantastic. I enjoy them thoroughly. They're very, very tough, you know. It's you against your brethren. Your brethren. We'll get our head together. I think it's the usual stuff where they say things they shouldn't, right? They try and stand up for themselves. I bet you if I asked you what she actually did, you wouldn't be able to tell me. That's the power of the internet. People only know the outcome, they don't actually know what happened. Right now, there's trouble over the producer, you know. That's just, yeah, that's the shrine, that's where you want me to go, right? The producer basically flew out to her, big fancy, and was like, you need to shut the fuck up, because you're causing trouble. It's the usual stuff. It's celebrities talking about political stuff they haven't a clue about, you know. Good lord. Nice. The same thing happened with Brie Larson, that stupid Captain Marvel starts speaking up about stuff or worse still, you know, virtue signaling. Nintendo's doing, it's not a smart decision from them. They're pulling back the pre-order now, so who knows. Yeah, well that's not from the backlash, you know. They're pulling back the pre-order because of Trump's tariffs, you know. Unfortunately, I wish it was because of the backlash. No, it's because of the tariffs. And I think they'll probably raise the price of the console. But if they had any brains, they'd raise the price of the console, so they have to, but not by much, and then lower the price of the games. I think that's what most people's problem is. They don't really care about the price of the console. To keep proposition and the Steam Deck, the base model of the Steam Deck, as you know, a better value. I mean, obviously it's going to be because you have a massive Steam library, but you'll never have those Nintendo games unless you pirate them. That's all well and good, but as soon as you pirate, you know, you're getting free games, but you run the risk of losing your entire library forever. So it's up to them, you know. If they catch you, that Steam account is gone forever. So you could have tens of thousands of dollars worth of games gone just so you didn't want to pay $60 for something. So it's so weird. It's a weird macho hacker script kiddie thing sometimes. It's like, look what I can do. It's like, okay, it's not even that important. You think like, you know, the new Donkey Kong or a new fucking Mario Kart is going to like change your world? You need to skip and wait. But like, do you remember when the 3DS came out, Chase? I don't know if you're too young, or even you, DPG, where nobody bought it. They were afraid for the 3D stuff. And it was too expensive. It was too expensive for a little handheld. It was massive, and the games were all $60. So Nintendo, I think they barely scratched like 100,000 units or something. It was really bad. Even I was there. I was there with my DS and DSi, and I'm like, okay, DS XL. Like, I ain't touching that thing because I don't really care. Till this day, I still don't care about the 3DS. I tried it for a bit and hated the 3D. Didn't use it because the ghosting effect was really dumb. So then I waited and just got a 2DS. I ended up getting a 2DS for €80 with 2 games. I was like, grand job. And I love that thing to death. But it was a bit abysmal in the sense of the battery kept dislodging, which is very weird. So every now and then it would just slide over and you'd lose power. But yeah, so they eventually decided to go back on their word, and they lowered the price of the console and lowered the price of the games. So the games were then $45, I believe, and they created this 3DS ambassador program where it was like, if you buy now, if you're an early adopter, we'll give you a choice of a free game. That's how I end up getting Link Between Worlds. Sorry, my brain's a bit mushy today. That's Sunday for you. You're still kind of, train is still reaching the station. Don't trust James Gunn or Freddie Prinze Jr. Like, oh yeah, you didn't trust it back then. Yeah, there you go. James Gunn did a lot of weird little comedies. Alright, where is this guy then? They are at the shrine. I was at the shrine. Do you see somebody? Usually the quest would pop up. I was at the shrine, I swear. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. $80, $90 price tag. Yeah, exactly. It's saying we're not in the new console generation yet. I wouldn't pay for it even if we were in a new console generation. That means nothing. That means nothing to me. If anything, all this stuff should be getting cheaper. I was like, what do you mean? It's, look at the price, taking into account inflation and all this other crap. And like, that means nothing to us. We're the end user consumer. It shouldn't affect us. Even the tariff stuff shouldn't affect us, but it does, you know, because they have no choice but to send it back to us. Where is this guy? Maybe he's on the other side and I genuinely missed him. No, I was over there. Where the hell is this guy? Is that him? No. He doesn't even have eagle vision, God bless him. Because he's not an assassin. Which is kind of cool. It really gives you something different. I don't see this guy anywhere. You can use the observe, which will allow you to see some things like that, which those mean it's a resource. White means it's a collectible. And it could be because they're all fighting down there, maybe. And blue means your objective, and I don't see no blue around at all. You also have this Brotherhood style thing you can do, which is call in your friends to help. It's not a bad old game. I got it with the Ubisoft Premium, which is another subscription service, I know, but for €18 I was able to play Star Wars Outlaws, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and then not care about it anymore, you know. So for someone like me as a streamer, that is A1 steak sauce, perfect. I don't care, you know, it's no sweat off my back. A lot of people's like, well, you don't own it, and like, you think you own that physical game? And you know, the moment they say that doesn't work, it doesn't work. The interesting thing is what Nintendo is trying to do with these game key cards. Have you seen that? Very strange. It reminds me of Xbox all over again. So basically, it's kind of what they've already been doing. You've been buying these, some of these Nintendo games, and it's just a code in a box. So you're buying a lump of plastic with a sheet of paper in it, you know. And people were not really okay with that. I myself included. I bet you it's up there. Bet you it's up there. I didn't like that at all. It was really weird. And it just tells you the code. So what they're going to do with this now, it's going to be the same thing, but you're going to get a little, still going to get a lump of plastic. So the game key card, it's almost going to be blank basically, and it's going to have the license on it. And you plug it in, but you'll be able to trade it in. I don't know how much value it's going to get though, or retain. I wonder where this guy is. You got a quarry right beside a shrine. Let's have a look here. Yeah, this observe tool is basically the binoculars of this game, and it's really handy. Every game has some kind of a vision mode or something, but observe is just kind of a small zoom in. It sort of works. It highlights all this stuff, which is good, without having to go into an obnoxious binoculars thing, you know. Nintendo copying Sony with PS5 upgrade, yeah, pretty much. And it's really, they're doing it the wrong way, you know. They're doing it the really wrong. Sony's way is extremely greedy, charging a tenner. And you're like, well, it's only a tenner. I'm like, yeah, it's the same game. I'm being charged for the same game. What's wrong with most companies is their customer base. And that's the truth. They have been hornswoggled for too long. The way Xbox does it is they just give you the freaking upgrade for free. And it's as simple as that. It's no brownie points, it's no nothing. They're just like, here. There he is. Look, did you see that blue one a while ago? No. Anyway. So yeah, and I think Nintendo are going to go a step further. I think the Nintendo Switch 2 upgrades for games is going to cost you somewhere between $20 to $30, which I think is fucking stupid. What's going on with this guy? Did you get hurt? This guy's going to kick my ass if he's around this level. Hello? Yeah, we need a good place to duel. Hello, sir. Maybe I'll go back to... It's a woman. Cool. And she's Naginata as well.
Yasuke, that I might honor my master.
Yeah, she was looking for us, and we're looking for you. So yeah, that's a lot. You'd really better off just buying it outright. But a lot of the games that are getting Switch 2 versions, namely like Breath of the Wild, which is an 8-year-old game, is going to be $70, $80. So it's disgusting practices, there's no doubt about it. It's greed, and the only way to fight it back against greed is what people are doing now. It sucks, but gotta keep it up.
Have you ever seen the crane fighting the eagle in deep winter?
Basically, the crane is doomed. The crane is brave.
The crane refuses to yield.
She's the crane, we're the eagle. Apparently Naoe is pretty connected to the eagle, but I never heard any of it.
Its blood dewdrops.
Probably another one that sounds like it.
But it would sooner
Yeah, just keep fighting back. They'll change their mind. Trust me. At the running the risk, they're like 3 months out of having a disaster like the Wii U. They're not going to let that happen, so they have the time to change it.
Will you take up the Naginata and honor my search?
Yes! You have to fight. Let us duel! Nice. These are duels to the death, but I don't think they always go to the death. Nice. I wanted to replay Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2. I'm going to get the Switch 2 for sure. Well, I ain't supporting any of this shit. I'll end up with buying one game. And then Donkey Kong coming out like a month later. Honestly, they could have just waited. It's better to have those launch games. Donkey Kong does look good though. Alright, let's go, Mr. Lady Thang. Mystery Begins, prequel and how OG Mystery Inc. first met. I love that element. Alright, is that an animated show?
I am unafraid.
Unafraid. Look at that, you just smack her straight in the face, which is able to block it. Nice. Damn, I might have to come back later. Nothing I do is actually making any kind of a... No, wow. What level is she? Level 23. Now when I went to fight her, it didn't say she was level 23. It's going to be a hard battle. Damn, already dead. Already dead. 2 hits and I'm dead. Wow. Alright, this is going to be tough. I do not like how this system works. It's fucking shit. Why am I 2 levels below and I just can't do anything? That's such a strange way. I did this earlier. I was 4 levels below and I had to fight this base and it was unbelievable. Nice. See, it's easier with Naoe because she's an assassin. So I get 2 hits and it's over, dude. Hey, Brian, how's it going? This is tough. I might have to come back later. This is madness. And like, you're hitting her directly in the face. See that? She's not blocking anything. Come on, bitch. That doesn't matter. You can see it bounce off her face as if her face was made out of metal. We can do it. Oh, there's a great headbutt. Good lad. We can do it. We just have to break her down slowly, boys. Alright. Nice! Perfect dodge there. Go on, Yasuke! You have to be so gentle, as if you were fighting a Souls game, where one hit is your death. You can do it. Blue, you want to perfect block? Nice, she got me there. And red, get the hell out of there no matter what. Oh, she did it again! Ah! Like, our health's not even low, but because of the nature, she's one-shotting us. Ah! We were close that time. I think we only have to get her down to like 3/4 health anyway. God damn it. You can even see the blood still on her. I find it hilarious that I'm hitting her face and it's made out of metal.
I am unafraid.
Come on, bitch. Oh my god! She just went full 180, girl. Ah! One shot! Watch my health very closely. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Alright, one more go. We can't do this now, obviously. It's a one shot kill. Jesus! Oh my god. Hollywood and video game industry. It's about time you saw that, DPG. But it doesn't mean you can't get hype. Still enjoy yourself and get hype, but call out the bullshit where you see it, you know? If you just watch and consume media blindly, it's extremely dangerous to your mental health. Because that's how you end up allowing people in real life to take advantage of you. Because you don't see the warning signs and red flags. It includes in your media. Because, you know, for the most part, a lot of people online are just angry people. And I don't like that. They ruin a lot of things. Like, look at this game. Is there good in this game? Of course. Is there bad? Oh, fucking course. But does that mean that it's a complete rip-off and it's a complete waste of time? No. No game is. Come on, girl. We just don't get hit once. That's all we have to do, lads. No pressure. Never get hit once. Okay. That's be a full fluid no-hit run. Or else. No, she already got me there. She got me inside that. There's something inside so strong. Nice! Perfect, Yasuke. We're only just learning the Naginata, which is this big old thing. So we learn. Nice. I did that cool move. Oh, there goes her armor. Now we can tuck into her health. Doesn't mean it's freebie or anything. One hit and we're still dead. Come on, girl. Come on. Nice. So when she goes yellow, that's known as a vulnerable state. That's all the damage we're doing, though. That's the only time we can hit her, really. God, I'm doing such little damage. I want to keep her on my left side. You have to do it basically when it shines. Oh, she got me there. Didn't kill me though, thank God. Close though. Damn, fuck me. The noise is over. Come on. Ah, I fucking blocked that. Ah, that's so lousy. I'm not even dead. Holy shit, you know, this is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Odyssey has the same issue. Origins have the same issue. You can't be below their level. It's just game over. Damn, we did so well there. This is lousy. I don't feel like I'm earning anything. I'm smacking the girl in the face. And there's just this metal stuff coming off her. God, Lee. I'm gonna whoop your ass, girlie. Getting away with murder. Ah, okay. Fuck it, I'm done. I'm not doing that. That's gonna drive me to drink. That'll drive me into Ubisoft and I will kick Yves Guillemot's ass. I'll find that little pocket Frenchman and kick his ass. Alright. Let's go off and do a mission that's actually our level because that is garbage. Garbage. The other thing as well, I noticed it's very hard to level up outside of the story missions. You're only getting tiny bits of XP and it's like, thanks. Like, what do I do? Water my plants with this, you know? Like, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna need a little bit more. A little bit more than that, please. Thank you. What's he doing? Is he outside? Yeah, he is. Okay. No, we'll just let ourselves level up. It's not worth it. You literally have to do no hit run on that. That's crazy. Nice. The DS, yeah, I got day one, but it wasn't great. Backwards compatibility was good though. In case your DS was bad, yeah, but the games were fucking expensive. They had to walk them back. Yeah. Breath of the Wild 2's Kingdom, they're charging 30 for the upgrade. Yeah, that's complete arse. We can't allow that to sit. It should be 10 max, but really it should be free. It should be free. And I know like people are like, well, Nintendo's not in the business, nor is any company in the business of giving away free work, you know, like the devs no doubt did work on upgrading this stuff. But then you hear things of like, they're using DLSS, which is AI. So the devs aren't doing the work. So sorry, but you can't use that excuse. That's an AI program. It's called super sampling. It's where it just upsample. He can't get out of this water at all. Oh my god, Yasuke, what did they do to you, boy? He can't get out of the water. There we go. There you go. Well done, well done. Thought he was gonna fucking drown in like 2 feet of water. You're scaring me, boy. Nice. Yeah, they kind of make his combat really strong, but then nerf him in every which way. So I get that. I think overall, I prefer Naoe. This guy is good. He's way better at weapons and better selection and better combat, but she just has more tools. And even though she's weaker, she's so much fun. And the Kurosagama is like a game changer. Nice. It's live action, really good movie. I never heard of that one. Oh, who's in it? Is it the sequel? Never heard of that one. Probably is the sequel. Is it just a weird name? I know you've been watching recently. You have a habit of doing that. You'll only bring up stuff that you've been watching recently. That's why you're like absorbed with Top Gun and Mission Impossible and Fast and Furious. It's like no one else knows what the fuck you're talking about half the time. What the shit? New DK game looks good, but I'm gonna wait getting the Switch 2. Yeah, see, there you go. A lot of people. Alright, Junjiro. Lock up the new GameCube behind the Switch 2 and not making available. Everybody who's paying for the high. Yeah, that's a lot of crap anyway. It's cheap as chips, but still. It's not even the new GameCube. It's going to be like 20 games, you know? Have you seen the SNES and NES offering? It's really piss poor, which makes me sad. Like, why are we doing this? They crush every other emulator just so they can create their own emulator. Sony does the same with their games. And it is shite. Alright, oh, we're doing this stuff? Oh, Lord. So we basically have to do what the game tells us to. A little bit of Guitar Hero. That one. And that's like, hold it down. We're teaching little Junjiro. He's our little friend. Nice, yeah, I shouldn't have bothered. After the first time that kicked my ass, I shouldn't have done it. What are you gonna do? Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, okay. That one you have to wait. That sucks. You have 4 different ways of pressing these buttons, but they don't make it overly obvious. Just the hold one looks a certain way, and this one you have to wait till you're in the circle. Nice. Watch him like accidentally cut the arm off the little guy. Yeah, I know Hollywood has been poisoned for years. You just kind of gloss over it, you know. They destroy people's lives. But you know, there's very little got to do with movies in Hollywood this day. You gotta understand, like it's like Netflix making the most of it. Like, what's the big Hollywood companies that's left over? You probably couldn't name half of them. Is MGM even still going? They're all bought out. Like Columbia, I think that's Sony owned. So it's like Sony, Netflix. I can't think of any other big ones that's left over. They're all been eaten up by others. I think Verizon own most of them, don't they? All says a Verizon company. Now we don't even fucking have Verizon over here. Or Comcast, one of them. I don't know which one it is. Comcast company. So Comcast is Hollywood basically. Jeez. Yeah. And then will we get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD if it's already on the GameCube stuff? I wonder. I really want. I would pay 60 for them. I don't mind. They're worth it. They still host events. It's heat. It's neat. These past few days, people will come back. Split 1. Nice. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a breath of fresh air. One of the better Assassin's Creed games. Oh, nice. Okay, that's good. Yeah, some people say that about it. Other people are too quick to jump on it. I like it. It's probably like second behind Odyssey for me. But yeah, you're still going to deal with that stupid power leveling shit. And people have proven that whatever gear you have doesn't matter. The player character needs to be on that level. It's very strange. Hollywood's getting the wrong message. Yeah, exactly, dude. You're dead right. There's no doubt from even the first trailer that the Minecraft movie is basically an anti-movie, you know? It's a piss take. And it's actually making fun of the fans and stuff. And they're too dumb to realize it. If you've seen the current memes going on, people are going to see it so much that they're like quoting it and cheering when he brings up like random shit. Like I love a good meme as much as the next person, but that's just tism on a worldwide scale right there. That's nothing got to do with a meme at all. That's like Sonic Chew levels of tism. Like, Jesus Christ, where are the fucking parents? And you realize they're like 27-year-olds doing this, quoting it, screaming it in the... Thank God, like, the UK and Irish cinemas are still, for the most part, normal, you know? Like, people shut the fuck up. If there's a baby crying, you tell them to get the hell out. You'll have a few rowdy kids, but yeah, they're quiet down or get their ass kicked, you know? But the American cinemas are insane. People having full-blown conversations and screaming, and you get the tism crowd that's like laughing and farting and shiting around. Good lord. You come to these places to be entertained. You come to this place to listen to the same idiots sitting around the mall. Good lord. Didn't know I was going to serve up a can of whoop ash. Most of them are cowardly fuckers anyway. You throw the popcorn, you stand up and look at them, and they're like tiny little people inside their chairs. They're only falling out the butt crack space. Poor babies. Emulators, yeah, exactly. But see, they use the emulators for these systems. That's why Nintendo shut them down. And then they use emulators on PlayStation as well. If you ever see like pause, fast forward, or save state, that's a emulator. They're all little services inside an emulator. So yeah, that'll tell you all you need to know. So they're basically shutting all that stuff down because they're like, this is ours, you know. You can't have that. All right, we're in winter now. Cool. Yeah, we're getting our ass kicked as poor old Yasuke. I knew this was gonna happen. Well, let's go. Let's see what level she is. 21. Okay, we should have a better job at her. Let's see if we'll get a new katana. That'll be better. Sucks, but that's the way it is, you know. I almost have to play this offline just to grab a couple of extra levels, which is, it's odd to say the least. It doesn't present any real challenge. It's either one shot or you walk through them. There is no in between, which is a bit of a strange one. I think you can get up to like level 20s or something. I think we're like around halfway through it. I enjoy my time with it, but once that keeps presenting its ugly head, the power level system, you just you wonder why they keep doing it. I don't think they can remove themselves from it now anymore. We can't go back. There is only the new normal, and it's not overly great, is it? The new normal. Alright, let's see here. Ruins of Odana. So Goshiti outlines. Okay, where is that? Am I in the right place? Omi? Yeah. We're in southeast. I don't see any there. None of those places. Oh look! It says southeast. This is literally northeast. Wow, that's completely broken. Good for you! Weird. Alright, do we have any? Jeez, we've been here before. We have nowhere to fast travel. Ah, we do. We can right up there. It looks very far, but it's not. That's so weird, isn't it? See if we can fast travel as Naoe. Yeah, she's cool as well. I like her. She's like 17, so she's like that younger teenage assassin, and it works really well. Not for me to advocate teenagers turn into assassins or anything, but I think it's really cool, and I would love to see more of that. I'd even love to see like younger, you know, because at least it makes sense why you'd be a little bit weaker, not just because she's a girl, but it makes a lot of sense that her being on the younger side, and these guys literally strapped to the nines in massive assassin armor. The hideout stuff is basically where you can build up and do a lot of things. It's useful for blacksmith and all that, but just as I surmised before this game came out, I said to myself, I'm going to use that about 3 times, and I think that's about all I've used it. You know, you can upgrade and build it up, and it'll probably be useful end game, but nah, I don't care. Don't care. If they make this kind of stuff mandatory, then you're kind of made care, but it doesn't make it any better. It's just not for me. To each their own. If I want to create, you know, play or do like base building, I'll play a base building game. If I want to do simulating an army or something like that, I'll play a Civ 6 or Age of Empires, you know, that kind of way, or Age of Mythology. I don't really need all them pushed into everything. Did the same with the settlement in Valhalla. I stopped caring after a while. It's all gravy. I think what's happening is there's such diminishing returns with games these days that they really are just struggling to add value. But yet they continue to want to charge us more. I hate that this is happening because I feel like that horrible rumor of GTA 6 being $100 is all but confirmed now at this point. So stupid. Yeah. So yeah, Minecraft, I would have been happy just for it to make back its money, whatever, half a billion, and just leave it at that. But now you're going to see many of them. I kind of look at it like the Lego movie. Then again, Lego movie, like that burnt out so fast. People I think were already sick of it after the second one. But we'll see. I already hear them churning out a Fortnite movie. So it's been rumored for a long time, but they're like, oh Jesus, they're gonna do it. Yeah, the emulator stuff. The beauty of it, man, is it's better. The emulators are better online because you have 60 frames options. You have widescreen options. All this stuff is baked in thanks to the fans, and you can see that the emulators on these consoles don't have those things. It's absolute garbage. A lot of them have black bars. They showed a bit of Wind Waker during a cutscene, which already has top to bottom bars to make it cinematic, but then it had side bars as well. So you were looking at this weird zoomed in, zoomed out. Oh my god, it looked horrible. It looked like back in the day when you would set up your TV wrong, you know. It'd be like, oh god, it's in 16:9 instead of 4:3 or vice versa. So they don't even have that. They don't even have the proper mod support. See, they can't do it. They'd have to. Why did it just pay these emulators to use them on their console? I'll never know. But see, a lot of these emulators, why did they do that? Is open source, which means that anybody can, you know, change things, and then it also means that anybody can kind of start to break in as well. Ah, bollocks! Why is everything got to be on the same button? Nice. Those are actual in-game currency for buying stuff. Yeah. You know how it is with Ubisoft. They're on their last legs. Like, if they don't change course and change management, they've got about 5 or 6 years left in them, I'd say. Right now they're going through a sneakiest buyout they've ever seen. They've tried to stay away from Tencent. So what they've done now is created a subsidiary company, a secondary company, to work with them and let them buy that way. But the whole thing is still owned. It's usually one of the last steps before being completely bought out. It's a tiny stopgap to buy some time. They're desperate for their next big runaway success. All that's causing them to do is milk Assassin's Creed and milk Rainbow Siege 6 and milk Far Cry. Nice. I really feel like we were going faster than this. Are you sure you're galloping? You'll go slower. Oh, there we go. That's more of a gallop. You'll go slower during little towns and that. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, so no matter how powerful Yasuke is, he can even just burst through doors if you sprint through them. You can see how much they nerf him once the level system comes into play, which is completely, entirely unrealistic and dumb as works. But sure, what are you gonna do? I don't control these studios. I just kind of face palm when they keep doing dumb shit over and over again. Let's see, we haven't been out here too much. We're stuck in a little farmland. Is it the road cut off here? Kinda. Where the hell is my... What? Oh, it's over there. I was like, where the hell is my marker gone? You son of a bitch. Cheering during the movie is a foreign concept. You think so? Some people will clap during things. It's not even just cheering, dude. They're literally quoting it and screaming it out loud. And it's really weird. It's a whole subsect of people. I can't fix that kind of brain rot. Some of it's from watching the movie already. Others from the trailers. Like, What does it do? Why have they begun doing that? I don't know. But they say that it haven't cheered during things like Endgame and that. That's some cringe lord shit right there. Watch a whole lot of grown ass men crying. And... Jesus. I love how his first move was to drop a drop a smoke bomb. Are you good? Not snoke. We swore that we would never use that word again. This guy's getting thrown around like putty. What's that? He's 3 levels below that last fight, but all of a sudden we're one-shotting him? That sounds about right. It doesn't make any sense, does it? And realistically, the difference in the level in terms of like health and that is only about maybe 200 health. But they're doing like 1500 health damage per attack. It's just a power level system. It's an arbitrary fake little checkbox. It's like, are you on that level? Check. Okay, so then they only do this much damage to you. Basically, when you level up, it'll go like base stats. This happened in Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. So your base stats increase. You don't know what the hell that means. You can go in and check it. It means very little, but when you go into a fight, it shows how much damage they can do. Yeah, people stayed, basically, they leveled up and showed, they went back to the base weapons, katana and that, to show how broken it is. That's unfortunate. Makes me sad in my pants. Alright, this might be not where we need to go. I'm just kind of following this thing as I put it down there. Let's see, it could be in here. Odani. Okay, she's in Omi. She's in Southeast, and she's in the ruins of Odani. Okay, cool. Just gotta find a way in there. Nice. So you don't have to follow this way just in case it looks kind of like GeoGuessr. I like that side of it though. I play it this way. You have these things known as scouts, and you can use them to collect resources, or you can use them to find people on the map like that. But trust me, once you get close enough, you're good to go. Okay, so there's a little fast travel here as well. Yeah, I thought I platinum Valhalla and put so many hours into it, but it's one of those games that you're kind of doing it just to do it. You've got the sink cost fallacy. Like, well, guess I'm in it now, you know. But looking back on it, it was the most kind of unsatisfying, unrewarding experience, you know. It was like watching butter melt really slowly. Let's see, can we get up here? I don't think he can, but it would be something for Naoe. Because it's ruins, it might not have a traditional way in. Hold on. Yeah, he's purposely made to be completely useless when climbing, unfortunately. It really does not make the parkour shine or anything. But when has the parkour last shined? Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that's when. No, we're going all the way to the bottom. Okay, let's find a different way in. I'm purposely doing this with Yasuke to give them both their time in the sun, and right now there's not a moment of the stream that has shown you to be of any use, Yasuke. I'm so sorry, dude. It's not your fault. You were used as a selling point instead of something cool. There's no doubt that Yasuke existed. There's accounts of him. There's massive kanji scrolls, but maybe not to be used as a video game protagonist. I don't know. It's a strange world we live in anyway, because we know that Ubisoft are almost the height of Western development brain rot, which is basically DEI focused and just morons, really. And they're still as racist as they ever were, but now they found a way for it to be marketed and used. So that means that they will actually pretend not to be racist for a while, just so they can get a couple of $1 million. But don't worry, if things ever shift back the way they were, they'll once again, you know, forget that people of color exist in their movies and games.
I am ready.
And that's that.
I remember you from OICHI.
But yeah, shit, they've been getting that wrong message for years. You're dead right though. Pyro always coming in there with the sensible, smart, thought out fucking take as usual. You're dead right. Well, it's good to see you, Chase, man. I miss you, buddy. Hope you're okay. Hope life's treating you good. I know you're probably growing up now. Have you got a car or your job? Or you going to college? What are you up to? Host events, yeah. That is cool. That is cool, Bernie. I'm so glad. I wish nothing but the best for Splitgate. I worry about the second game. It looks extremely bought and sold. This one makes sense that we do this with Yasuke because she is literally one of his old mentors and possibly love interest. Meow. Yeah, when you see me fighting dudes above my level and dying that quick, it doesn't exactly paint a nice picture for the game, does it? But you know, I'm not a shill with these things. I still urge people to buy this through Ubisoft Premium, which will allow them to get the lowest money. Lol. I don't care. I want to send a message to these. But see, these kind of games are so much fun and nostalgia that I'm kind of, unfortunately, part of the problem more than help. I know that. But you know, there used to be a time when you were just hyped for something, you picked it up and you played it. Nowadays it comes with like fucking survivor's guilt or something. It's disgraceful. You've got hate bandwagon and you got people telling you what you're supposed to like and what you're not supposed to like. Grow the fuck up and think for yourself, you know. But I think this game was hype. I wanted to play it. I bought it. I'm playing it. Nothing you said, did, or YouTube video you made has changed that. So sorry. So sorry you failed. When you look at any of those far-right, anti-woke YouTubers and streamers, go look what's become of them. They're alcoholics, they're weirdos, they're broke, they're nickel and diamond and sucking the life out of their fan base. And hate bandwagon as well.
Others say you fight with the OICHI, the peasant rebels.
I mean, I still go to cinema all the time and no one ever even okay, there you go. Yeah, well, see, that's the good old Scottish people, you know. They'd be more happy to... Oh, they're powerful, they're our enemies. No, you see, we don't know if we can trust them. They just want to watch a movie. I was watching some interesting videos around... it's like a resurgence in Dundee. They were like talking about like the 30-year plan, you know, because sometimes we do a lot of development, but we mainly stick to housing development. But sometimes it's a little bit of commercial. So we kind of do look at other projects as possible success stories of rebuilding towns and centres and things like that, you know. So it comes up from time to time. So that was just an interesting one. I was like, huh. And then they were like tipped down the road to, was it Lochley? That place looked like a bomb went off, you know. The poor things. People were very angry. They were just drinking their buck fizz, pissed off. And apparently they were knocking down God, what was it called? It was like some 1960s architecture came in and he thought he was cool and he created this horrible, almost Soviet Union brutalism, like square everything's, no roofs, just like square chalets, a big shopping centre. So they're knocking everything. They're going to begin again. Where was that one? That was in like, is it Cumberland North? I'll probably pronounce it all wrong, I'm sorry. It's Cumberland North. And they say it so fast. Well, that didn't help me pronounce it. Good lord, your brother died bravely. Nice. Yuki, how's it going? How you doing? Welcome on in. What you up to these days? All the lovely people coming in. See, that's why I pay sometimes to stream at the weekend. I don't often do that, but all people are just only available. Yeah, Cumberland Nod, yeah. Yeah, that place ugly as fuck. Yeah, I saw that shopping centre. It looked like a shipping yard, and someone had just left the pieces out, you know. It's like, what the, is that? I was like, is that a shipping container crane? Like, no, that's the front view of the shopping centre. I'm like, oh my god, this place is depressing.
Meet me at Isakiji Temple.
A temple?
Yes.
Nice.
We must continue the samurai education.
But yeah, Nintendo will get their shit together. We are the consumer at the end of the day. They don't exist without us. Any of these companies. Do you hear me? Pay with your wallet, vote with your wallet, and make your claim worthy, you know. Go out there and don't just scream into the void. Don't just do fake Steam review bombs or scream drop the prices in a Nintendo stream. That's not good enough. Be constructive. Email the bastards, you know. Always constructive. Get them in their tweets, whatever you need to do. Make it constructive. They won't listen to the void.
Oh, beautiful Lady OICHI.
Now, Yahweh, you sound jealous.
Drop on me now?
We have her in her apprentice assassin stuff. She earned that, and it's connected to her mom, so I'll give them that. At least there was a little bit more atmosphere to it. They have these hidden tombs in this game called confounds. It's not quite, it's nowhere close to Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood level. But there's a little parkour in it, but yeah. Too fucking dark. Alright, play as Yasuke. This is where they do this, where you'll always have a choice multiple times, but I'm going to stick with Yasuke.
I will check in when I know more.
What I do is each assassination, if I can tell if it's more for Naoe or if it's more for Yasuke, I'll do it that way. Now there is options in the game, in the difficulty and all that stuff, where you can just allow them to do it for you. You can change back, like even though I chose there, I can now change it in the menu now again, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that big a deal. Is that what she wants us to meet? Find clues in the Teppo factory. Alright. That could be what she was talking about. Let's go in there and have a look. Yeah, so now you have 4 pieces. So each assassination is about a 2-hour quest, give or take. But unfortunately, it also suffers from the RPG assassinations where I don't need to know who this lady is. If I could find her in a temple or even on the street, if they put her there, I could kill her, you know, by accident. So that could happen. Yeah, okay, so that's part of that quest. Alright, I think when we go down into that little town, it might have this one. Oh, that's only farms. There might be a little town down here, yeah it is. They might have a hideout for us, and the hideouts can count as fast travel points as well. Because Yasuke can't really climb in the game, his armor is too heavy. That's what I've been saying. Now this one's only Ronin armor, so it's literally just clothes and a shawl and all that. But normally he's wearing massive samurai armor. But that's their idea. Really what it comes down to is there has to be a little bit of nerfing of Yasuke to make Naoe. I don't think they nerfed him enough in some ways. He has access to 6 weapons. Naoe has 3. Who thought that was a good idea? What was weird to me is he has access to a bow and Teppo. Teppo is a gun, it's an old-fashioned gun, slow but powerful. But I thought maybe she would get the bow and he would get the Teppo. I don't know, it might still happen. I don't think so. I think they really want you to use her kunai, because you can get assassinations with kunais just like the old games and stuff. Nice. Dundee yapping about their new and improved waterfront. Yeah, right. Oh my god, challenge impossible. You're so right. Like, what I was looking at the entire place, you know. I wanted to see what they were doing with, is it Cairn Hall, that big place that used to bring in massive orchestras and bands around the world, and that's gone downhill a little bit. And it's a beautiful old building. A lot of places like that, the historical side of it. And as you said, everybody directs you back to the waterfront because you have the big old ship. I'm not telling them to go around in circles. That was weird. That was weird. That was fucking weird. Okay, let's see, can we find this place? It'll look like a little hideout. Oh, I'm right beside it. Cool. So once you get close to that, it's a place to kind of refill your stocks as well. You have to buy it, but it doesn't cost that much. It's 800. It's nothing. Alright, this is a Teppo factory. It's basically a gunpowder factory. Teppo is just a fancy name for the guns. You can see ways of sneaking in here. It's just not Yasuke's thing. One of the things they clearly fell in love with. Look, watch. Oh yeah, you can do little brutal assassinations, but just nasty. You can't do it like an air assassination. Not really stealth either. Sorry, I thought this was a little bait, but it wasn't. Nice. Just find parole from Twitch. Really? Oh, 2-year army celebration. Nice. You're on parole. You couldn't find your password or something, was it? Parkour situation close to AC3. Hard to parkour in forest. Yeah, but then AC3 also had the tree parkour for the first time. So I would argue that they tried a good bit more. But you're right, it still was awkward at times. It would get confused. But that tree parkour is pretty good. The Native American tree parkour, that was like a big thing. I remember because back then I was crazy into this series. So I was following every article, every IGN, everything, you know. And there was nothing I could miss, because to this day I'm sad that they didn't go with the scalping. They wanted to do actual Native American scalping, which is horrific, but I was like, why not? Now look how gory this game is. I would love some kind of a weird director's cut or a 18 plus of Assassin's Creed 3. It's far from a bad game. I think it has one of the worst openings in a game I've ever played. I understand where they're coming from. It was the idea of Connor's father Haytham possibly assassinating Abraham Lincoln. You're like, yay, but it's just so long and boring, and you're sneaking into the play that he famously goes to, and you're like walking along the edge, you're like creeping along the banisters and the balconies, And nobody says anything. No, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. The whole thing's so dumb. And then I don't hate them anyway. I actually despise that guy. I know a lot of people liked him. I never understood it at all. I think he was an uppity prick. Far, far too, you know, in love with himself. Connor was a way better man. But yeah, so you spend a good chunk of that with hate them. And then he kind of comes back later. That's the other problem I have with hate them. Not only was he overstaying his welcome, he now had this wonderful fucking idea of like having a lineage, you know. He comes up in multiple games. Oh yeah, I'm also playing, I keep forgetting to say this, I'm playing this on the hardest difficulty, so yeah, I was dying there a lot. So that might be a factor. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think it is the way you think it is. Not the same kind of a difficulty situation. Why did he pull out his tempo? Nice, stuff that down there. Bonk. Nice. Oh, this happened to me before, right? So the samurai of the area, which is like the general, has a special move that he can rain down arrows on you, and the game has that little of fucking optimization in it. He will rain down arrows while you're indoors, and it will one-shot you. Nice. Nothing has hit you. There it is. So you do that, but you do that indoor, and nothing will hit you. But because you're in that red circle indoors, these magical arrows will now penetrate life, matter, your mother's maiden name, the whole lot. It's a wonderful thing. Some genius didn't capture that. What cracks me up is arguably these games are worked on by more developers than any other game, you know. On average, it's something like 1,500-1,600 people working on them. You know, because they get kind of tossed around between it. One guy does the environments, all that kind of stuff. One team, Shanghai does this, another one in Quebec does that. So that's more than like Rockstar or whatever that. But you can see that they've become the epitome of too many cooks spoiled the broth. And at this point, Ubisoft's broth is just salty and piss-laden. And we need to start again. We need to get rid of the Guillemot family, which is this French family who sadly own Ubisoft. They're a huge dynasty of a family. They're like almost French royalty at this point. And if you don't know my thoughts on Yves Guillemot, you know I call him the pocket Frenchman. He's a tiny, obnoxious, annoying little man. When you think of annoying, uppity French, that's who you're thinking of, you know? The guy who's in love with the thought of something, the romance of something, rather than actually doing it. And that translates horrifically to video games, because he doesn't understand the thought and love and time for these games. He only wants the end result, which is money. And this has been a thing since those E3 days, you know, horsing out the Just Dance people. It's fucking stupid. So I don't think that Ubisoft can get away from the Guillemot family. That looks so unnatural, Jesus Christ. You can't climb, God bless them, without them being bought and sold. But I think it would be for the best. I know it sounds crazy. I don't want Tencent to become a monopoly, which they are. But I think at this point, Ubisoft deserves some freedom. I think there's a lot of good people at Ubisoft. I know that sounds crazy. I think there's a lot of good game franchises. I want Ghost Recon to come back in a big way. I want Far Cry. I'd love to see Far Cry go on a giant villain arc, you know? Do full games with all the villains, not just weird add-on fucking arena modes that we got. Or at least do anti-heroes. We all love an anti-hero, you know? Give us a Vast type character, boss, and then have him turn halfway, you know? Start off halfway as a joker, as a fun, as a hero possibly, and then halfway realize that this is all for nothing and become disillusioned, even insular, and yeah, go on the war path. And you're like, Jesus Christ, I would like that a lot, because that's kind of how life goes. Look at this! Look at this factory! Look at this! Oh my God, we got to get over there. Damn, how the hell are we gonna do that? We can't steal a boat. So yeah, and then yeah, Beyond Good and Evil, Rayman, Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell. Division, like you name it, they have just so, oh man, they got access to so much great stuff. But how are they barely surviving? How are they Because they've run everything into the ground. They blame the devs and they blame this and they blame that. Like, there's no one else to blame but management at this point.
Now to find the gunpowder stash.
Wouldn't you love to just get like a flaming arrow and set this up? Let's see if Yasuke can climb up here. Like I said, he can climb, but it needs to be extremely obvious. You can't. At least all this is latches and all that, but you can't do a whole lot. Game better than the Mirage? Ooh, it's a good question. Mirage is trying to be Assassin's Creed 1. That's pretty close, but I did enjoy Mirage. Basim is a okay character. It's sort of his origin story, so I did enjoy that. So if you want a short, precise, old school Assassin's Creed, go Mirage. If you want Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, go Shadows, because that's the game they are. Bye bye. Hope you can swim. All right. Nice. He probably can't. He's probably making his way up here. No, he's confused now. So yeah, it's up to you. None of them are bad games, but I think they're so by the numbers now that people are completely disillusioned. And I don't blame them. They're like, I can do without these games from now on. And that's sad. I've been saying this for a while, like, I do think that this series needs to go on a massive hiatus. Hiatus! Boom! Oh, he blocked me. That's a lot of people indoors. Like I said, all this gunpowder. Am I allowed to blow this up? Like, it's not telling me not to. I'm about you, but I don't want this whole ship to go up. I can just kill like 5 dudes there. No, this guy's still here. What's up, dude? We can get this weapon for Yasuke as well, but we just have to find it. Right now we're using his Naginita, which is like a big spear. Oh! He must have got rid of our girl. Come on, bitch. Not there anymore. Psych! Is she over there fighting? Alright, that's him. This game is very brutal, I give them that much. I had my fun. Look at this, Jesus Christ. I had my fun with Star Wars Outlaws. I know people, honestly at this point, despise it, I think, but to me it was just light Star Wars Uncharted. And yeah, it lacked the atmosphere and a lot of the set pieces and that. And I think it was another issue of them just not wanting to play as a female character. Now you can see that Yaya, they're our friend, kind of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood style. She helps us, but you can see that she knocks them out like that. You see that? Because she's a monk. She's sort of a pacifist, even as she beats the living crap out of them. So when she drains their health, you can see this? It says ground attack. These guys are actually still alive. You have to kill them. She will not kill them. So she's a pacifist in the sense of she'll knock the living daylights out of you, but you're still alive. That's cool. That's just one member. There is access to a lot more. We'll see how that goes. There's a lot of cool things you can do. I'm far from a good player of this, you know. If you want to see some late game stuff, there's a lot of better players out there than me, that's for sure. Your comment says Diamond, make YouTube video. Remember Tom Clancy's Patriots? Yeah. The terrorist, yeah. Remember like Ghost Recon Vegas? Those were those good ones. Yeah, there was a lot of here we go again, see? So this guy's knocked out. It'll take them a long time to wake up, probably till after the mission's over, honestly. Okay, stop the shipment. Am I meant to blow this place up? So yeah, my advice is if you're still kind of holding out as a Ubisoft fan, as myself, same as myself, then get Ubisoft Premium. You can get it with PC, and you can get it with Xbox, but not PlayStation for whatever reason. But it's basically, I know it's a crappy subscription service, I know, not another one, I get it. But what you can do is, for like 17, 18 a month, just get it for 1 month, the same way I do with Game Pass, and just play the crap out of the games. That's what I do. And that way, instead of 80, I've spent 18, and I'm still getting, like, I'll play this, and if the DLC is good, I'll just get another month of it that way. So I'll have paid, instead of 120 for a deluxe edition, I'll have now paid 36, you know, that kind of way. That's the way I look at it. As a streamer, like right now, I've bitten off more than I can chew. I'm playing 6 games, for God's sake. But as a streamer, it's a no-brainer for me. I get it for other people if you want to still own all of your stuff. That's fine. If we don't leave this by blowing this up, this would be crazy. Here we go, sabotage. Good lad, Yasuke.
The end of the gunpowder shipment.
Yeah, well, let's jump right now. Let's go, thank you. Oh my god, this thing's gonna go up like a half a nuke. Oh my god. But does that mean we won't be able to use our tempo? This poor look at this cormorant. About to fly away, yeah. Bye-bye. Nice. That's all he did? Oh, interesting. I would have sunk the entire thing. Nice. Yeah, all these games have like an underwater aspect, you see that? They even like bother their arse to do like an oxygen meter. And then there's just nothing to do under here. I don't know what is going on with games. Horizon Forbidden West made this big stink about now having access to underwater. And you use it for one mission. One mission where you boost underground. Underwater even, sorry. You're almost out of breath. But yeah, so you have all... I don't know why they do that. You can clearly tell there's talented and hard-working devs. And then they just go a different direction. It's like that horrible way of like losing your job or losing your audition. It's like, we're gonna go another way. I'm like, out the window? Yeah? You want a hand? I'll open the window for you. I'll kick you out myself. It's so impersonal and shitty. As if his job's not on the line like 5 months from now or something. Look at him, even the way he climbs up. He is a bit clumsy, God bless. We like Yasuke. All the talk about him and all the, you know, inherent racism, let's be honest. At the end of the day, as long as a character's written well, it shouldn't matter. Nice, shouldn't matter their sex, shouldn't matter the skin color. Just want well-written characters. Oh my god! Oh my god. I don't think his parents are gonna recognize him. His next birthday is gonna be really weird. Okay, how do we get out of here? These castles are no joke. It's basically the entire area. And I'm guessing they bring the ships in like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's that part done. Kind of simple and clean, that one. I still think a lot of this stuff feels a little bit... It lacks a little bit of atmosphere. We got Kuma and later OICHI. Okay, so we can do this. And this one is over here. Okay. You know, so we did that and it felt cool and we got a little cutscene, but it's kind of like... Eh. Alright, Shimmering Field. I think that was down here somewhere, wasn't it? Yes. Yes! And then the lookout near the canal. Alright. So it'll be... I suppose... difference between a river and canal is quite fast travel unavailable. It's because I'm inside of this base. Can't find the way out. Everywhere looks the same. And it's Yasuke. He has to kind of walk in, walk out. Oh lordy. We got no slide. You do have a slide, huh? Why didn't you use it? I think I'm going further into the castle, not out. But yeah, after playing all 4 of their RPG style Assassin's Creed games and their power leveling system, more importantly, I find myself with less and less patience for it, I'll be honest. But this one seems a good bit shorter. Oh no, we got the... I still don't know how to figure that one out, or whatever. So now he's wanted. We've killed enough people. So you'll basically be attacked on sight. How the hell do you get out of here? No, that's more of it. This whole island. How do you get out of here? Just go north. So you'll be attacked on sight from now on. In this entire region, not just in the castles. Can you climb over there? Will this take me out? I don't think so. Oh my god. Let me be free. This is just one of those areas where the entire town is the castle or something, is it? Alright. Sheesh. This is if you were at a rabbit hole. I'm sure you heard about V&A. They hyped that up like it was revolutionary. It might be the worst museum I've ever been to. Aww. Maybe I was supposed to get this boat. Card Hall. Am I saying that right? Dundee gets a really bad rep. It might be actually have the worst reputation in the whole country, but it's far from the worst we have. Oh, yeah. They were kind of going around looking at that stuff, and then I was getting more into Glasgow as well. I was like, okay, it's the same as everything. When you look at these things and you look at, I find like even YouTube documentaries nearly as good as Netflix ones, and you have the benefit of comments and things like that, you know, which are usually at very kind of face value or bias, but for the most part, people were. It seemed like there was a lot of nice people in Glasgow, and they're like, you keep going to the bad places and the bad streets. Everybody's shown that. If you just hop across the bridge, it's not that bad. Like most people, if you've lived that long, you're going to defend your town, or you're going to be just completely saddened by it. So this is where the seasonal stuff changes, and apparently that wanted level is supposed to go down each season. We'll see if that happens. I've only been wanted like once. I don't think it's not like the old notoriety system, huh? Where you pull off the the posters and that, you know. See, anime Yasuke from Netflix, time and game was really brutal. More violence was cut because culture issue. You think so? Interesting. Okay, okay. They definitely add a lot of things that, although like painful to watch, make sense. Like the people are scared of him, you know. The children point at him, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's just because of like outsider and different, and not necessarily just because of the color of his skin. What's this? Soup for Sorin. Given Naoe's shared familiarity with Master Sorin, Junjiro needs her help to create the perfect recipe with the former mentor. Level 35. Yeah, we'll do that later. Alright, we're doing this one, are we? No, it's a Naoe quest. Level 29. What level is this area? Level 21. Yeah, I don't know. I can't explain the leveling system in this game. I'm in a level 21 area and you want me to fight a level 29 mission inside of it. It's very confusing. You'll have that happen, which is kind of off-putting. And then on the other side of stuff, you'll have, you saw me in that last quest where we went in and said it was level 20, and I start fighting level 23, 24 guys. It doesn't make any sense. And I know you might be like, oh, who cares? And I'm the same as you. I like a challenge, so I'd rather. But as soon as you are 2 or 3 levels above, it's over. You're getting one shot. This giant beast of a man that's literally probably 150 pounds heavier than any one of these samurais as a person, you know. This guy, I'd say Yasuke is like at least 250 pounds. And then he's wearing armor and everything else. And he's like 6'5". But he's getting one shot at Jesus. Alright, we're coming down to this canal here. We'll see if we're in the right place. So yeah, it's a bit unrealistic like that. I'm sorry. I know if it's a good blade, it doesn't matter how big you are. But it feels ridiculous. You saw we were doing a duo there and she was 2 levels above me. It did not matter. Let's go help these guys out. We can help both sides, see that? See? Sorry, buddy. Just please stop the... What the flying Jesus was that? Did you see that? We just flew across the screen. We don't really care. Booyah! Because the orange guys, I believe, are part of Mitsuhiga, the flower. There's Mitsuhiga. He's kind of the big bad. And then these guys are just part of his as well, I think. Don't really matter. It's different clans. Some are against the Iga clan, which is Naoe's clan, which is almost kind of the only one left of the entire Iga clan. And she has stepped into the role incredibly. Like, she's such a strong woman. But I know when people say like, oh yeah, strong woman, weak man. But it's not the case at all. Yasuke has basically lost his mentor, his lord, Nobunaga. And not only does he want revenge, but he's still kind of in a strange land, you know. So he's joined up with Naoe. He's eternally fascinated with the Hidden Ones, but he's not joining anything like that. He's definitely more about the honor of a samurai, so it's not really about skulking around. Sorry, I'm just trying to find this objective. Sometimes I've noticed you kind of leave the area and come back, and then the observe and objectives kind of show up. Nice. It's hard to know. It wouldn't really. You'd class this as a river, not a canal. Canals are usually man-made. That's the difference, right? That's what I would say. It's like a man-made river. Maybe that's not it. Town of Omi. In the town of Omi. North. It's in northern shimmering fields. Okay, northern. Lookout is near a canal. It's a tough one. A lookout might be a little tower. That's not even Omi. It's Omi down here. That's mouth of Seta. I wonder where he's at. Seta Bridge. This is in the town of Omi. What are you talking about? Let's see here. Kind of northern shimmered field with a canal. See, this is a river, but this little thing running along here as irrigation for these patties, that could be counted as a canal. Or it could be in the town itself. It's at the town of Omi. This is not. This is Asuchi. I don't see Omi anywhere. But, you know, there's always the chance that you haven't found it yet. We have our scouts, so we could try and do that. Let's see here. Nice. What was that? I don't know. He just slid across the screen. He's so goofy. just happens. It's because I initiated an assassination, so they had to load the animation, but the character had moved on to fighting the other guy. So yeah, it was just a little bit of awkward movement there. There's moments because of this engine being that engine that it genuinely feels like Assassin's Creed 2, and then everything else kicks in. All the kind of the places we've gone, the messes we've made. Yeah. Lookout is near canal. This one I don't know. They're not giving me much of a... I don't see anywhere called Omi. Just northern Shimmering Fields. Shimmering Fields is all of this area. I do think it's probably over here somewhere. I'll put that there. Let's try the scout out and see if I'm close. Come on. Boom! Alright, close enough. Close enough. It's up there. Not bad. Less than 5,000 points for GeoGuessr on that one. Okay, cool. Alright, let's head over there. Canals are man-made. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I've spent many a time swimming in canals. Even against our parents' best judgment. For just, you know, bad water. Not clean enough, and honestly, rats and stuff. But look, you're a kid. You're kind of immortal, right? And Holland, more artificial canal. Yeah! Holland, Netherlands, they're known for them, aren't they? They have some of the greatest aqueducts and water, what would you call it? Water kind of, it's not all like hydrodynamics, but so kind of like that, right? They're geniuses. If we could just get their way of thinking into every city, or hire them in every city, we could stop most floods, or at least stop most of the damage, right? And stop the floods. Teleport by Ubisoft, right? Iga clan was demolished by Nobunaga. Yeah, he was, sadly enough. But it was, both sides were misled, isn't that it? That's what the game is trying to say anyway, even if it's revisionist history. We were both misled by Mitsuhige. Both Nobunaga's side, where he was just considered that these are shinobi attacking us, and we retaliate. And then on the side of Iga clan, they were led to believe that Nobunaga's ambition, as he likes to call it, otherwise known as a massive invasion conquest across the entirety of fucking most of Japan and China and all these other places. His ambition. But as you can see, they even mention it as well. It's once again a classic tale of trying to appease and make your father proud by, you know, doing all this stuff, not realizing that you're destroying people's lives. But Nobunaga is usually a hero, a local hero. Even to this day, he still gets games and mentions everywhere. I think there's already a new Nobunaga's Ambition game out right now. They're kind of tactical mixed with Musa. I'll have to check on Amsterdam. It's on the list somewhere. Yeah! Amsterdam is one of those things that it's inundated with just weed smoking and red light districts, so people forget about the beauty.
And you, sir?
I'm excited for my own trip now. I think I might tip over to Geneva, dude. I wasn't on the plan. I wanted to go. I thought there was a different city. I think it's northern. But I think it's right, like the way Switzerland is, you know, where it's got like little legs and little fingers, and like Lyon to Geneva is only like 2 hours. So I think I'll do that.
Of course. Lady OICHI showed me kindness, and Lord Nobunaga gave me
That'll be cool. That'll be nothing, you know. I know, but see, it is unfortunately one of that cities that's, you know, overly, like, you think Switzerland, it's Geneva and Zurich, right? But it is. I need to think of ease of use, you know, because if you're going to travel somewhere by train and it's going to take 3+ hours, you just fly at that point, you know, you just fly. Christ, it's crazy how cheap the flights are. I'll be taking everybody and the flights are like 200, I think, around 200. That's nothing. I know it's Europe to Europe, but there was a time when you wouldn't dare. Now they're trying to get butts in seats.
Let us keep Lady OICHI's name out of
Nice.
this. I'll look into matters here and return.
No, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Just now I'm trying to, it sounds crazy, but I'm, since January, trying to drum up the excitement for them around. I'm not forcing them to go or anything. I think it's just life gets in the way. Like my sister, she hurt her foot and she's getting checkups done. Her health's not the best. She never looks after herself, never has. She's like the little baby of the family, and her health's already a bit rough because just, I don't know, I think...
Are you the famous giant Yasuke?
Giant! Okay, at least there's a bit more respect on his name. Who's this little one?
Please feed the evil Daikan to the water dragon of Lake Biwa.
Okay.
The dragon is...
Oh, she's telling us there's an evil Daikan nearby. Like, okay, I will help you. Please leave me alone.
You have nothing to fear. I will help you.
Ah! Yatta! I believe in you, brave Yasuke.
Remember when they used to not have kids? Alright, so she's told me talk to the farmers, the price of rice. Is that a different quest you just kind of signed us up for? That's okay. It's got to do with... let's see. Price of rice. The Daikan of Omi has been oppressing the peasants with unfair taxes. We can't have that. Now, as I said, these Daikans, these are smaller assassination targets. They're basically corrupt politicians. And I've killed a few just by accident. Because... what the hell? Have a little dance. The nature of the beast is... remember the old games, it was all about red targets being enemies, gold targets being important or assassination targets, and you would find them by accident with eagle vision. Well, it's not overly different in this one. Now they just have kind of circle around them. But if they're blue targets, sometimes they're walking around, and yes, I have stabbed the shit out of them. If you're walking by someone and it just randomly says brutal assassin or assassinate, how the hell is that my fault? So we got a Daikan setting the price on rice and basically gouging these poor people. And back in the day, that kind of stuff was that oppressive that, yeah, there would be assassination attempts, and there would be riots, but for the most people, they would live in fear. And I think that's something that we've lost to time. I really do. I think we believe ourselves to be a better people, and we believe ourselves to be higher than that, as if we're not the same animals. But I do think we need to get back to those days. We're getting better with the protests and that, but a lot of people do it for virtue signaling on social media, and when they get scared when there's an assassination that happens. I think that kind of stuff should be the norm, honestly. There wouldn't be assassination attempts if they weren't ruining people. Do you understand? A happy society and a happy town and people don't tend to lash out that much. They don't tend to kill indiscriminately. There are some sick individuals, but that's different. Those need to be put down like dogs. But yeah, I'm not condoning that kind of violence. People are like, where's the law and order and the people's justice, and what happens when it goes horribly wrong or something? I'm like, yeah, I get that, but we're living in extremely oppressive times and allowing multiple world leaders with the power for mutual annihilation forever to do a lot. As I said, I don't condone. I don't think people are smart enough not to get it wrong and you know, assassinate the wrong person or cause the wrong kind of violence. So I don't condone that kind of stuff. But we've gone too far down the line, you know. Even to this day, there's many countries in terrible states. Things wouldn't have changed too much from the 50s. There might be somebody in here, do you think so? They'll probably send me here later. We're getting some goodies while we're here though, why not? Let's see. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. I have a very old school way of thinking. I'm very open to how things have become in modern times. I think people should have the right to live their life any way they see fit, as long as they're not hurting anybody, even if it is some parts would maybe consider a little bit illegal or, you know, wrong in the eyes of other society. But yeah, there's other parts where we're like, why aren't we standing up? Why do we care about inflation, as if they're not the ones setting these prices. And as soon as things went down a bit, all the groceries started to go back down. I was talking with friends recently and we were kind of laughing. I brought up the idea of it's either we're on the cusp of nuclear annihilation and worrying about the price of eggs. And if this was like a Beatles music video, instead of strawberries, you would have bombs being dropped in an artistic shape of an egg. You know, they already look egg-shaped anyway. You know that kind of way? So we're not seeing the forest from the trees. We've been easily swayed and distracted by media and our politicians over something as stupid as the price of eggs. As if we can't just buy 3 chickens and have more eggs than you'll ever know what to do with for the rest of your life. Yeah, anyway, it is what it is. I can't educate the masses. They have to do that themselves. And that doesn't mean woke or anti-woke. It's fucking just common sense. But yeah, it's interesting times to be alive, I'll tell you that much. You know, you look back at your father's and grandfather's times. Alright, so I thought he might be in there. Look at the little shoes they wear so they don't crush the rice. See, that's what they are.
Samurai giving you trouble?
Yes, one of the Daikan's men.
Nobunaga want to unite countries, damage daimyo's power. Yeah, local lords, yeah. The daimyo. You're dead right. You know more than me, of course. I'm kind of just spitting. You'd know more than me. Kill the drunken samurai with pleasure. Where's he at? We're going to do a cheeky bit of... Let's see, we might not always kill the drunken samurais over here. Yeah. And when you think of what Nobunaga wanted to do, and anytime there's a vast change in leadership or ideology, there's always going to be uprising and blood.
Bring me more sake.
Wonder is he any use to us? Second. What I have noticed, right, is if the enemy has a gold over their assassinate, I think they're story characters that don't do it. Because there was a moment where we were able to kill Genojo, which is this, he's kind of a weird American Asian accent, which is a little bit off-putting. You can play the whole game in Japanese and Portuguese if you want. Portuguese being Yasuke's main language. But he knows Japanese very well. He was under many years of Nobunaga's tutelage. He wouldn't be able to defend himself otherwise. He's got a great story. I want to know more about it. Now that Naoe has kind of opened things up for the hidden ones, you can go down that entire path, you know, which is really cool. But Yasuke, all we know, he carries this beautiful necklace or bracelet with bull horns and stuff on it, and it's clearly back to his time in Mozambique. I believe that's where he's from. Poor devil. So he's afraid to go back. I don't know if it's family, and then there's hints of him possibly having a daughter, but we don't know too much yet. So I'm hoping that opens up as well. I'm interested in these characters far more than Ivor.
The Daikan lives on a canal in Asuchi. Time to pay him a
Nice.
visit.
What's the over-under? That's probably right around the same little castle area that I was already at. Let's go get him. These are part of side missions. The Daikans can be done with Naoe or Yasuke, whereas the students, because they're fellow students, I think you need to do them as Yasuke. I was looking at some of the early footage. One of my favorite things to do is when games are revealed, and you know, did they get a lot of downgrades and all that, and does it look like what they showed off? And for the most part, this one does actually. I do see a little bit of a downgrade. This is the Xbox Series X version, and if you play it on PC, obviously it's the best. Now I did start playing this in 30 frames quality because it came with like global illumination, it came with all this hair physics or whatever, but when I turned it back, it went to 60 frames, but it kept all of that stuff, which is weird. So I think I might have broken a little bit. So I think the game still looks very great, but if you were to put this against Black Flag, they both still would be recognizable. I'm sorry, but it's true. That's just the nature of the engine. You can only polish it so much. Alright, where's your boy at? We're literally along the canal at this point. Nice. I have no problem killing corrupt politicians. Honestly, if there was enough enjoyment and payment out of it, I would do the same thing in real life. Honest to God. It'd give me most pleasures to take out every one of these politicians. Young, old, innocent, guilty, I don't care. Do not care. I'm sorry, but democracy has failed. As soon as there was money and power involved, democracy has failed. Doesn't mean we should do away with it. But I'm more kind of for the people's democracy. But then people will be like, are you a fucking socialist? I'm like, no, I'm a nothingist. I'm not a socialist. I'm not a fucking... This guy just doing, he's doing little, well, you can't tell but the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Yeah, I don't follow any kind of fucking ideology. That's what scares these people. I don't believe in any of that kind of stuff. I vote, I use my right to vote, but it doesn't matter. We've gone between every party and then we double back over. The amount of stupid people that just forget that that same party caused trouble not 10 years ago, or not 15 years ago, or whatever. It's just crazy. I used to listen to my parents talk about this stuff. I'm like, didn't you vote for Fianna Fáil like fucking 15 years ago? Wasn't there 3 layers of Fianna Fáil? Didn't really work out. And on and on and on, you know. You know, on the surface you can say that politics have failed because of the people, the politics in charge, right? I get that. But I do think that a lot of these systems, be it like even how, you know, the Irish Republic was written in, we had to kind of take a lot of caveats from Britain, or the Constitution of America. These things were written hundreds of years ago. Hundreds of years ago. Life has moved on. We have moved on. Whether we like to admit it or not. And I do think certain traditions should always be kept alive, but not in the do or die sense, you know. Same way I feel about militaries and religion. Like, why in the hell are we still listening to books that are 3,000 years old? There should be guidelines. There should be stories to tell your children. It should absolutely not be the do or die, you know, do this or you're locked up for a long time. It's so silly. It's just, none of it makes sense anymore. Very little of it actually applies to modern life. Some of it still does, you know, maybe the virtues and values, but for the most part, not so much. Not so much. Alright, where's this guy at, huh? Where is he at? He's in the town. He's in the Daikon mansion. You tell me I didn't... Oh, I didn't bump into it. It's the one place with a question mark on it. I'm just kind of yapping here anyway, you know me. How about you guys? What are you up to? We'll change the subject. I don't need to be talking about it. I just get dark. Oh, it's only a shrine, is it? I'd be getting dark talking about fucking being disillusioned by modern society and politics. We don't want that. It's only a shrine, is it? Okay, so where would the mansion be? It's a toll house. That's disgusting. No wonder you can't break into it. Trade harbour. Where would the mansion be? Do you think it's in here? Southwestern, yeah. Keep saying Omi. Omi is this entire region. It's like saying he lives in a county. It's huge. That doesn't make any sense. He's in the town. Yeah, I think he's in here. Let's see. Daikon Mansion. Oh, it's over here. Alright. Fair enough. Of course he wouldn't live near where he's taxing the people. He has to live far away so he doesn't feel the guilt of what he's doing. Nice. The Suda and Japanese police burned because so many Ronins. Right. So many exiled samurai. They had to squash them down. That's interesting. Cool. Price rises have traditionally been measured in Freddos. Yeah, right. You're right. People don't know old days, old manners. Yeah, you're right. Nice. Huh? What are you saying? Why I'm Lord of the Rings type right now? You just beheaded. I know, right? Jesus. It is pretty nasty. People pay taxes by... Yeah. I even though like people, you know, I was talking about ideas of by the people. I do believe that taxes should exist, but I don't think anybody should have that kind of power over them. I think it should be treated as it is, which should just change the name of the taxes. It should be a communal fund, and this communal fund should be used to help schools and hospitals and fire brigades and fix the roads and maintain waters and sewage and all that. You know, that kind of way. The pillars of society. Nothing that the government needs control over, really. Because those things are what keeps the, you know,
This looks like the right place.
people going, huh?
Time to find the evil Daikon.
Yes. Hello there. They'll tell you to go away. But you can do this sort of kind of like trying to be like Ghost of Tsushima. You can basically be like, I don't give a crap what you say, fight me. Because Yasuke is a samurai, you know. He doesn't believe in the shinobi way necessarily. He will assassinate them on the spot, but for the most part, he wants a fair, honest, and just fight. Where did that guy go? There he is. I was trying to lock onto you, sir, but you're hiding. I think you fell off, did you? You fell off. Nice. We are definitely in our samurai era. Like, it's fantastic. I don't think there's a single year that goes by that we won't get a couple of samurai games. And it's awesome. Whereas, like, space games and zombie games are, you know, horror and sci-fi that might never exist. Samurais, for the most part, did exist, right? You know, it's important. Nice. They're level 20, my weapon's level 20, but you see how piecemeal our tiny bit of health damage we're doing. So they've gone like full, I don't want to say Dark Souls, but full like the structure of that now. So you do light damage that does posture damage, which is just stamina or visceral or whatever. Nice! I didn't see the second one. GG's. Good lad. Let's finish this fool off. Now we will get one of those clubs later. Those clubs, as you can see by them, they have these little nodules. You want to call them that. Nodules! They're basically little tiny wooden and steel studs all up and down that huge club. You might say, that doesn't look, that's a blunt instrument. It doesn't look very painful at all, right? No. If you can imagine that the average drill that drills into tunnels, that drills into things, is just a spinning piece of metal. Most of them aren't even sharp. Can you imagine what that thing does? Each one of those nodules will rip open the skin as it pulls along. Oh my god. It would be as powerful as any katana. Hello, Daikon. What are we going to do to that poor woman? Time to die, you pussy. Look at him running away. The pussy politician you are. Fuck you, bitch. Peace! And the people are free. Oh, you guys want to stand up for a fool just because he's paying your wages? Cowards. Cowards, the lot of yous. You don't know which way your fucking bread is buttered, as they say, right? Wiki. Yeah. Man, if you saw someone get both of their arms and then get decapitated, would you stand around and wait for yourself to be next? I wouldn't run away like a bitch, but most certainly I'm gonna go like, yeah, this guy is an absolute beast. Come on. But yeah, we're apparently going to get Ghost of Yotai. Speak of the devil. La-da-dee, la-da-da. There was not an arm or a head mission. Jesus. Surprised YouTube doesn't get on to me about that. Good lord. Yeah, Ghost of Yotai, possibly late July. Yotai in July. Sounds good to me. Me oh my. But yeah, I definitely think we're at that point of just the piss take. Look at that. Isn't it weird the way they do that? So these are meant to be servants and that. They're all level 1. But they'll tell the guards on you. And you are sort of kind of not instructed, but have an option. Look, she's gone and told them. You're made to kill them, but they are innocent. They just don't know what they do. So how do you guys feel about that? Snitches get stitches, or innocent level 1 tiny people? You know? Damn, you just kicked me through that. I was sick. They run off and tell the guards. When they find you, they actually attack you a little by little, which is when they do a little stab, a little scared stab. Everyone I've seen play this actually kill everybody, even the innocents. But I feel weird. Now, you don't get in trouble for it. It doesn't go like, you know, killing civilians will desynchronize you. But it will happen if you kill normal innocents. But it very rarely happens. It's still hilarious, though. Oh, the foul Kurosagama. That could be poison made. Alright, cool. So, nice. Price of rice. Now, this was a separate quest. We kind of got derailed there a little bit. It's nothing got to do with what we were actually doing. Such is the way. Ah, fuck, because we're inside the place. Okay. Man, there's just heads everywhere. Look. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Heads will roll, as they say. But yeah, good stories. I think when it comes to Japanese history, obviously he's something of a historic legend at this point, Nobunaga. So they're very much like obsessed with that time period, right? You know, there's very rarely games that move away from that. Hence why I liked Rise of the Ronin so much. Rise of the Ronin is very into the future. Like, this is another like 15th century game here, but Rise of the Ronin, I think it was early 19th century. So it's really cool. So you had the basically the invasion of the British and Americans and that. It was so cool. So you had so many modern buildings, like half of the Japanese towns had almost starting to look like Boston, you know?
A samurai's
That's cool.
duty
Or
is to
Seattle.
serve the land.
Serving the land. Yes, I like that. Thank you.
These people mean much to you.
I grew up.
The hardest part about this game for me was the controls, getting used to
How
them.
did you enter her service?
So you have a distinct... All the buttons are changed from the other games, even Valhalla and Mirage. Mirage came out like less than a year ago, about a year ago. So that's annoying. It shows that they're made by different teams inside Ubisoft. Nobody has one distinct control pattern that they... It's very annoying. That's just my fault.
I see.
Afraid new technology after Unity. You're so right, Yuki. We were actually talking about that too. You hit the nail on the head. They are so afraid.
And a curse.
Oh, there's one more thing.
It's because they're on the cusp of a buyout, aren't they?
Thank you. We will put this to good use.
Until next time, friend.
Alright. People weren't so happy about Ghost of Yotai moving away from Jinsakai. I understand. That'll be a nice XP to get us closer to the level. So you can get like 500 XP, 1,000, and most story ones give you 5,000. Can you tell what they want you to do primarily? It gives a vibe of basically do the story, then go back and do things, and you're gonna walk through everything. Alright, Junjiro. Let's continue. Oh, did we find this person? Oh yeah, she kicked my ass. She kicked my ass. We'll go back and get her. I'm not really into at this point in my life of fighting enemies that one-shot you. See this one? That's 2K. Gets on me tits. I'm just not as good or quick as fast as I used to be. It's simple as that. I have no problem admitting that. Thank God I was not born with narcissistic traits, so it's important to stay humble. Sit down, stay humble. Okay. Anything else a bit closer? No. My issue was not that it's too far away or anything. The issue is when going through this whole town, you've only got a slow gallop with your horse. It infuriates the piss out of me. So I'd be better off kind of going along the edge here maybe or something. Or even swimming across, which is just ridiculous. Slow walking, slow galloping on a horse defeats the purpose of having that animal in the first place. Why did they do that? So you don't bump into all the NPCs. It's annoying. At one point it was more of a like, oh well, this is, you know, respectful and this is the law. You have to not be acting crazy. I'd just be like, piss off. We're going for a swim, my little tiger dragon. Last Civilian War in Japan was modernized country rise over. Yes, yeah. It was really good. It was really good. Unfortunately, that's another one where the engine felt a bit old, as does this one. Like, you know, the Anvil engine. You know, they have ray tracing and global illumination and that. And this is all nice, but it's the same way with ray tracing in Minecraft doesn't do anything for me because it's like a joke. You've got these pixelized graphics or an old engine, and then you're just putting lens flare and orange light and... What the hell? What the hell just happened there? You kicked me off. That's funny. Was he attacked or something? But yeah, so you can only polish it, so I don't even know where he's going now. Goodbye! Goodbye, Falcor. Who knows where he's going? I just didn't want to swim anymore. I'll take a boat. So yeah, you can only polish an engine so much, or as I like to say, polish a turd, because a lot of these engines do feel like turds. Lol. Yeah. Before there was money involved in politics, it was still flawed because it was all rich people. Yes, you're dead right, dude. If you take out the power and the money, the system is still broken. You're dead right, because it's all corrupt, because it's voted by rich people finding their way into it and buying their way into it. You're right. Every time a good politician comes along, it's their early years, they're naive, and eventually they too are turned. Politicians can be summed up like 3 different things. It's like fucking sex, money, and power. That's it. And eventually one of them will catch up to them. Maybe they're weird swingers or cultists. Maybe they're embezzling money. or maybe they're corrupt and they're letting friends and family off with heinous charges. It doesn't matter. It always ends in one way. Most of our politicians over here, it's good old tax evasion. He's paying for the tax on one property while owning 12. And he's a very young politician and he's doing that. Half of them get off any kind of charge in terms of the police as well when they find out. So no speeding tickets, no parking tickets, that kind of stuff. And this is all like very small misdemeanor stuff. I get it. But you need to understand, as long as you have a divide between what they're allowed to do and get away with and what the common person is allowed to get screwed over and ruin their life, you know. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter if it's about getting a free penny out of you know, take a penny, keep a penny. But he didn't. Oh no, take a penny, leave a penny. He didn't leave a penny. He took a penny. It doesn't matter. It can be that small and minuscule. But as long as there's that divide, you're causing oppression. You're causing a divide between the people, right?
Are you ready for?
And that goes all the way up the ladder. All right, I am ready. Watch us get destroyed. Why is the premium edition for Great Circle PS5 like what? Like $99? Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's always the way. These are premium editions, and you know, pay this money, play it early. This is actually them sneakily charging you $100 for everything.
Will help us approach.
Where are you going to get it? You're going to get it on PS5? At this point, is Indiana Jones not on Steam for a good price? Indiana Jones. Just saying. I noticed that they're going hard on Battle.net. It's very strange, isn't it? Xbox, they're putting everything on Steam and everything else, but it goes on Battle.net as well.
Yes. And they
Like what? Like Sea of Thieves and Fable and Forza on Battle.net. And Battle.net's been like broken into multiple times. Yeah, look, it's on Steam, dude. You got a comparable good laptop PC, don't you?
They say it's water's team with monsters.
Right now it's 70, right? But who pays actual Steam prices? A mark, that's about it. You know what a mark is? It's an easily gullible gobshite. Let's try my favourite website, Eneba. ENEBA. Get a lot of cheap keys there. Yeah, there you go. Indiana Jones. Great Circle. €45. $45.
I have seen it myself.
Oh, sorry. There's a magical invisible wall there. I'm so sorry. She's telling me a story about a dragon. I can't turn the boat. What is wrong? We've only been doing these boat mechanics since Black Flag. How are you fucking them up? So yeah, dude. That's a way of doing it. 45. Up to you though. But if you want to pay more, that's fine. If you want to pay more, then pay more. If you want to be a mark, if you want to... Like, nothing bad's going to happen. They're not going to hunt you down and be like, how did you get this?
You are not afraid. Everyone
Be not afraid.
Can you do a brave deed? Hidesato was pleased.
That's how I do it. I don't really give a shit.
Command me.
And Steam will do like hundreds of sales too. It's not verified on Steam Deck. Yeah, I don't think Xbox have a very high priority to verify anything on Steam Deck because they're putting out their own handheld console, aren't they? You'll get arrested, right? Yeah, they'll show up in the middle of the night and circumcise you and then put a toe tag on you. You think the Until Dawn movie will be good? I kind of want to see it. It's vastly different than the game though. Alright, let's go through the Shinto gate. It'll help our spiritual journey. She's a yapper, isn't she? We're already here. This is kind of like a pseudo date for these two. Nice. Look at that. We got the auto Tesla parking going on there. I didn't do any of that. And we can follow her. Yeah, you're on the most wanted list. They'll come and they'll like steal your firstborn child before you even have it. I know some of them are got by nefarious ways, like they stole a credit card, but when you go down the ladder and you're the middle man of the middleman, who really cares? It's absolutely a grey area for sure. Better force. Doesn't really matter. Some people just don't know how to do it, so they don't do it. You know what I mean? It's just so simple. It's like a PayPal or a credit card and an account.
Follow the Miko's direction for ritual.
But they don't want to do it.
Of course.
I
wouldn't.
attend to personal matters.
Bit about Until Dawn movie. I know the look of the film. That's great.
Shrine.
In terms of atmosphere, yeah. In terms of atmospheric pressure in the stratosphere is causing tornadoes.
I must show respect to the kami who dwell
Okay,
here.
participate in the rituals. The kami. Once it's not an omni or a damn me. How's it going? Hello, how you doing? Epic. What did James Wan to direct the movie? Yeah, he's done some good stuff, hasn't he? He's like a good action director as well. You don't often see action and horror being good directors.
This great charity.
Nice.
The generous hand earns the blessing of Shirahige.
I got two people talking. It's always the way. How's everybody's weekend been?
Please show a generous heart and
Imperiators has local conspiracy forces which is trained by foreigners versus samurai. Old way of thinking, yeah. After war, much go to peace and accepted loss. Okay, right, that's not so bad then. Yeah, I think it takes a long time and people will feel the old generation's pain, and that happens here too. There's a lot of grandfathers and are kind of not happy with how things are in Ireland still. Right, now what? Participate. There's another one here. This is more like part of the traditions and respect. I think we prayed at this one before, didn't we? We'll do it again, I don't mind. It's going good, nice. Leaving a lurk here. No worries, cheers. Hell yeah. Are you excited? We definitely got like a 2025 date for a Silk Song, Hollow Knight Silk Song. No, I don't know what, I don't know what that means anymore, right? So I remember when Xbox did it, they were like, yes, it will be out in that year, and that was like 2021. Well, hopefully. I feel bad for those guys because it has just become such an almost meme that if when it does comes out, it's going to have to live up to an incredible amount. Have you seen this other game, Epic? It's called Crowsworn. You play as this kind of hooded plague doctor, you know, those crow masks? And it kind of looks like V for Vendetta, and it's done in the Hollow Knight style. It's called Crowsworn. Look it up. That has a chance of coming out before Silk Song. I'd be excited for that one as well. It's like guns and platforming, and also like precision timing and crazy bosses and all that. Nice. Horror director. Yeah, he did directed Fury 7. Yeah, he did Insidious and the Conjuring movies. I think he did stuff before all them as well. James Wan. For sure, right? Didn't he do some classic action movies? Unless I'm mistaken. Probably. He wanted to be like the next John Woo, I'd say. They all do. Cleanse, isn't this where the gobshite, the Paul brothers throwing money all over the place?
As clean as I get.
They're still not allowed in Japan, right? It's the best thing about Japan. One of those things, nothing's supposed to be mentioned until dawn. They could call it anything else. Yeah, agreed. We're seeing this more and more, aren't we? I mean, case in point with Assassin's Creed games. These games could be called anything else and still be fine. You could have called one Valhalla and called one Odyssey. That would have been fine. Be like, oh, these are kind of like how Assassin's Creed was born out of Prince of Persia. All of these RPGs could have been born out of Assassin's Creed. We could have kept that almost, Unity style to the T. But it is what it is. We're here now. Unfortunately, they're just going in the direction that sells games.
Great.
What does that mean anymore, though? They're all telling you how many copies, and people only trust what are they called? Steam concurrents or Steam Max players. Let's have a little chat.
May I present you with a gofu?
Yes, please.
As long as they don't make me
May the great apparent
recite anything.
Shirahige bless your journeys.
A tutelary amulet. Thank you. I will need it.
Bright and virtuous is the kami of Shirahige.
At nighttime in the snow, everything's kind of creepy. Amaterasu's blessing. The sun goddess. I think we have one of them, just a lower level, right? I put this one, it's literally Red Bull, I swear to God. Is it better than this? A little bit. Critical chance is a lot lower. Oh, it's not that much lower. Adrenaline gain is a lot higher. And we get 10% chance per unused ability slot. Which is a very unusual one. It's kind of like, you know, have less moves and you get rewarded, but then combat's kind of boring. I don't know. You don't want that. You don't want that. What else have we got? He's got so many weapons. So lucky. We get some new armor. It's kind of golden. Look at this. Ooh, that's nice. Critical damage a little bit higher. 20% poison affliction duration, but I don't know if we're doomed. No, it'll stay as this. Cool. The big old hairy chest on him, huh? That'll scare all the ladies off. What a beast of a man. Alright. Yeah, it kind of looks like Lando in the gold orange, right?
Join me, Yasuke.
You're very cool. What are we doing outside? Interesting silk song. Yeah. Got the Hollow Knight kind of late. No, that's okay. We all did. I think I did too. Don't worry about it. There's no thing about late or early. You're insanely good at it. I'd love to see you do other games like that. Precision to timing. Holy hell. You must be on a higher plane of resistance. Able to slow down time or something. Saying, yeah, have a look at that game. Not a franchise I care about anyway. Yeah, I know. With Until Dawn, I think that team is gone already, isn't it? They set up a new team, Ballistic Moon, and they did the Until Dawn remake, which just same problem again, charging full price for minor differences. Just wasn't it. And they shut them down. They're supposed to work on a sequel and everything. Sony are doing some of the worst I've ever seen. I know it's supposed to be a nice scene. I wonder, could you have done this during the day? It's kind of creepy and somber right now. Maybe they didn't fully shut them down, did they? No, Ballistic Moon has closed. The website's still up. Based out of Surrey. Another hit to UK again. There's so much great talent in the UK for game devs, and they just won't be. They're not given the chance anymore.
Did you enjoy that?
Hey man.
Matsumori was a young Taira warrior killed in the Genpei Wars.
This is gorgeous. Look at this like wintry morning. Oh my god.
They have only that one night left. In the morning,
I tell you why it's failing. It's nothing got to do with skill.
There is always
It's got to do with tax.
and always
Taxes.
And here we are.
That's why. I know it sounds stupid, but there's a lot of tax breaks for certain countries. That's how Ireland's tech industry boomed. You're like, Ireland has a tech industry? I'm like, yeah, I know. We have a tech industry and a pharmaceutical industry, all because it's been exported out. And now these tariffs are going to destroy that. Ireland's probably going to lose somewhere between like 18 billion euros. Isn't that nice? All because of jumping Jack Norman. Trust me, before these tariffs come in, I actually think he's going to get ousted. But I could see him doing something drastic before then.
That was expected. It was my duty.
No, arranged marriage, no love, like a loveless life. But sometimes they grow to love them.
He was brave, kind, loyal.
I believe multiverses will be discontinued. Yeah.
3 daughters, 4 years of bliss.
Oh, see, she did have
then
a lot of love.
And elder brother went to war.
Oh, that's sad.
Won. For who could resist the demon of OICHI?
Damn.
They burned Odani Castle to the ground. Killed my husband.
Now we know why she wants to get back. Jesus.
He made my husband's skull an ornament.
Jesus. That's fucked up.
I have found Japan to be full of dangerous and difficult men.
The whole world is full of dangerous and difficult men. Kidding
My
me?
brother's wakizashi. It fell into my hands.
And that was the prize we got for this
I
mission.
remember that blade.
Yes. We use it to
Blades
kill
for
him.
vengeance.
Yes.
But vengeance and mercy cannot stand together. Sometimes we make hard choices.
Brother versus husband.
If your castle would fall tomorrow, how would you live your last night?
Spend my last night with you. Oh!
would spend it with you.
Oh, Yasuke. No. No, it can never be.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Too much
I
traditions.
must go.
But she does feel the same.
Farewell,
At least that's enough.
Thank you.
That one barely lasted. It did. Well, yeah, it was their own fault. That one's a little bit more unique than other games where it's its own fault. It came out, people were kind of actually hyped for it. It was one of the first kind of Smash clones outside of like Brawlhalla.
Leader of the Shinbaku. I can tell you only this.
She knows.
People say that he is among the highest in
Wow,
the
the
land.
Shinbaku, that he basically is the Unryo. There's so many names. It's hard enough to keep track of one name if it's a different language. You just have to memorize it. But using multiple names for the same thing is even worse. So the Unryo, it's this chapter of Templars, you know. We're working on 4 names at this point. We've Unryo, Templars, Shinbaku, and then if you want, we used to say the Order, right? The Order of the Ancients as well. It's like, fucking hell, lads. There's no need for that. The game mainly just is Unryo and Shinbaku, so that's okay. It's not really their fault or anything. This is Japan's, and honestly, they haven't really tied it back to that yet. You can literally see where we carved out where we went. We went a boating. Alright. Regroup at the rendezvous point. Now, some of these parts where they wanted to use the GeoGuessr thing is just stupid. Wouldn't he know where the rendezvous point is? But yeah, they want you to go back now. Sometimes they do that, or it's like, meet up with this person. It's like, we just came and talked to them, you know. They should be there. The town's shrine. You think it would be that eastern? I don't see any other towns along here. And then the shrine. Was I in the shrine here? It's this one. That's the factory. So it could be here where we didn't see the shrine. Let's have a look, shall we? No, it's not. So let's see. Yes, guidance. Says it's eastern. That could be anywhere, really. Little shits. I don't see any town here, do you? Unless the town is right there, it's just we haven't discovered it yet. Yeah. Sometimes it's the map that throws you off, not the directions. Does that make any sense? Dee 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 dee. Ireland has so many jobs for some reason. Yeah, they have a data center there. Yeah, we do. Yeah. I think we have a couple buried as well, because there's a couple of really deep trenches around Ireland and between Ireland and England as well. So they're testing all that kind of stuff. Sometimes even when the internet and stuff goes down, it's because of certain things like that too, which sounds crazy, especially like for the cloud and that, you know, not the actual internet. Like, cause sometimes they bring up these data centers and they have to be cleaned and maintained and made sure that they're working, and the parts of them are not failing and that. I've seen them do that, so they have to basically take them offline for a bit or have another one go down below and stuff. They're not all underwater, but some of them. Because, you know, the actual data centers themselves are huge complexes, but some of the smaller machines are about the size of a shipping container, which is kind of cool. Alright, where's old Bozo at? These are good games, and it's a really cool conversation. I appreciate that. I know I kind of go off on some tangents, and I'm not the last stop or the big knowledgeable one. A lot of stuff I'm not educated on as well. So I try and stop myself going too far, or at least, you know, say that before. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. A good life is one led, you know, learning, always learning, well into your 80s if you make it that far, you know. As soon as you stop learning and start thinking you know it all, you've kind of lost. You're living a bit of a stupid life. There's certain subjects you might be very smart on and you'll still get blown away by it. Alright, yeah, we just wanted to get out of here. Okay, so turn around. Nice. You all saw me mark. What the hell are you doing? You all saw me mark that mission. Just didn't mean enough, I guess. That's why I put down the awkward looking other objective marker, because you don't fucking listen. Alright. You don't listen. Trust me, objective markers in video games have taken such a leap backwards, not even a step backwards. It's like, we had this down. It made complete sense during like even fucking Xbox 360 generation. But everyone wants to do their own little take on it. Jesus Christ, it can literally ruin a game sometimes. It's getting to that point where everything is now been adopted by the accessibility options. And to me, when I think accessibility options, it should be mainly colorblind options for the hard of seeing and subtitle and closed captions and all that for the hard of hearing. Everything else is we're lost in the sauce. It's so weird. Why the hell should the difficulty options and all that be in there? And I don't know about you, but don't we all like end up in the accessibility options at least once or twice, or the game starts in them? What the hell has that got to do with us, you know? I'm so glad they exist, but I think they're like trying to turn the average gamer into a gobshite or something. I don't know what they're trying to do. Why the fuck would I need these things? I'm starting to turn like accessibility options into just journalist options. They should have their own options menu for gaming journalists. I'm fucking idiots, you know? And some YouTubers too. Not to be mean, but they are not whatever the hell being a gamer means anymore, but they are not gamers, you know? Good lord. Especially ones that are like, I do 97% political talk, but because I'm getting paid, I'll play this. Looking at you, Hasanabi, you little bitch. He's already been given into trouble about playing this game. Because it's fucking sponsored. The dude wouldn't even know how to pronounce these games. Remember when he played fucking, what was it, Subnautica, and he couldn't pronounce it. He's been told how to get it. He didn't know how to pronounce it. And you know, it's not a word that's in everybody's vocabulary, I get it, but it's not a hard word to say. It's say what you see, kind of thing. Jesus Christ. Came to that point where it was just a lot of the people that joined up with him are little like ex-Jacksepticeye and all those kind of fans. They're like, well, now I want my favorite streamer to be that person, so to try and mold it around it. Or that's what's going on with KCR right now. Sorry, but that's what it is. Have them all playing the same old games.
She must be here. I will wait for her.
Ah, we'll look at these little, these warm breath. So much stronger than Naoe's. Naoe is like two little funnels, very gentle, just like her. His is like a raging bull. That's exactly what it is. He's badass, absolute badass. Yeah, I think what's happening with the tech bubble over here is it's like a balloon that has a rip in it, so it's like, you know, but it's not fully burst. But there's a massive rip, and we're trying to put plasters and duct tape over it, but it's not working, you know.
Look for it.
They're gonna pull out big style now with all this stuff. You can see what's happened with distribution of video games and manufacturing of video game consoles. So what they were doing was, it was mainly, as we know, you know, China. China was a big manufacturing place. Then they moved over kind of to Taiwan because they were both fighting with each other. And then now you see it's a lot of Vietnam. Vietnam, huge. But Trump did not miss one of those countries, not one of them. I thought he'd be too stupid. I was hoping he would miss one of them. And then what you would have this incredible surge of economy in that one country that doesn't have a tariff. Now, this is still going to happen. You need to find what country it is that he's forgotten about. And they'll all move there. They will all move there. It takes, once it's in somewhere like, if it's just an Asian country, then these other Asian countries will move there. They don't necessarily want to move office across continents. With Ireland, we're like sort of smack dab in the middle, and that last gap, last stop before the huge Atlantic Ocean, you know. So we're used for a lot of stuff that I'm not comfortable with. Like, we're used as neutral ground for refueling of a lot of military countries and things that normally we would not be neutral to, you know. And I don't really appreciate that. Never was comfortable with that. Ireland as an army, we are peacekeepers, you know. We get into a lot of muddy water though as well. It's like peacekeepers, you know. Peacekeepers are just the side normally that call themselves that, you know. But we have had a huge portion of our army in places like Lebanon for many decades, you know. We are not, and you know, as I said, as peacekeepers, if you want to call it that, we end up being the sort of dumbass military might mediator between two warring factions. which ends up with a lot of bloody dead bodies, you know, and I'm not really comfortable with that, you know. I have nothing but respect for people who serve, but unfortunately the average grunt, the average person, we don't know. We're just being told where to go. We are basically a gun that's been pointed in a direction, and it's so sad. It's not their fault, you know. They're finely tuned, incredible killing machines. That's what they are. Let's just fucking say what it is. So unfortunately they're the ones that are then labelled baby killers and horrible, you know, grotesque people, and they come home with PTSD and they're never properly supported ever again. You're like, you know, it wasn't their fault, you know. They were kind of just following orders, sadly. It sucks, because I do think a career in, I'm not a big fan of military, but the career they give, and especially Air Force and Navy and that, are incredible. It's giving people new leases of life. It's saved some people's lives, you know. It's very good like that. Same way, like, I don't like religion, but for people who have saved themselves, but you know, say that religion saved them, so be it. That's great. That's wonderful for you. Not really for me, but yeah. Find clues of the wheel's identity.
Pardon me. Where is this barge you loaded?
Probably out in the middle of the ocean. We'll see where this lady is.
Who would know where it is?
So yeah, we'll see how things go. We're such a small country, and every time even the news spits out a tiny bit of information, everyone either freaks out or just becomes the water cooler talk, but they don't really know what they're talking about. Shit, half stuff I don't even know what I'm talking about. I know that, it's just not fields I'm in, you know. Even with politics, like, my takes on these things might be wrong for the most part. I kind of just tend to follow my head and my heart. That those can be swayed too. Let's see, find clues. Clues! I'm got a clue. Okay. Yeah, we're just looking for her. The mourner, huh? Which makes me think it may be at a gravesite. Now she's 22. You see, they changed that. Maybe I'm 22 now. Yeah, okay, so now you see what they're doing here? This is the power leveling thing. So when you reach the level you're supposed to, remember, you used to be able to turn this off. When you reach the level of missions at, it then follows your level so that you still get XP. So they're fixing a broken system. I never fucking asked them to do that. What's wrong? You got a problem with me?
I've got you now.
Sorry, dude. Don't know who you're messing with. Everybody calm down. I'm putting my blade away. Calm down. No, I think it's popping off. Alright. Let's get in here. Wait, I think they've already gone back to sleep. This man using a gun inside. Are you a fucking dumbass? I played like 10 hours this game not knowing what a posture attack was. It's a light attack that's held down. Isn't that cool? I don't fucking know what a posture attack is. No, we found the person we were looking for. He just walked in the door while I'm killing everybody. Do I know you? Man, we're gonna have a nice chat beside all these decapitated bodies. Let's have a nice chat. Oh, hold on, there's someone left. Piss poor archer. Go on, sling your hook. Sling your arrows. And I slice you in two. Jesus Christ. You okay? I was just looking for directions to McDonald's. Nice. Lot of grown ass men buying the McDonald's stuff. And there's this weird thing going on. I've been talking about this for a while, not to shade anybody, but talking about like this, you know, between Pokemon and other things where grown adults, you know, they don't call them cartoons, they call it anime and animation. And then now they're like, they don't call them toys, calling them like collectibles. It's a fucking toy. I had it when I was a kid. What happens now? He was there a minute ago. Read. Esteemed Captain, here's the list of blah blah blah. Where'd he go? Harbour official. Did he run off again? Puss baby. Come here. I'm gonna kill you. And that's after. So yeah, that kind of stuff cracks me up.
Tell me.
Bunch of grown ass men haven't fully grown up. Who cares? Enjoy what you like. The more you hide it and change name and try and move away from the shame of it, worse it looks. Worse it looks, you know. Still having little wet dreams about fucking Vaporeon. It's like, geez, dude, you have bigger problems than me. You never quite pushed back like through puberty. That's what's talking about that weird Sonic Chew stuff. It's weird. internet just fosters those kind of groups. When you were a kid, you were like, you get a smack in the face, or you get a smack with a broom or a slipper, and you're like, don't do that, that's weird. And then you just wouldn't do it. There's no one to do that for people now. Kids are just like, that stuff's fostered, and it's really bad. It's really bad. Everything always starts out innocent and cute and cool. It's like, oh, it's just fan fiction. Fucking 10 weeks later, they're in a full furry suit, lipstick and all, you know? Nah, man. Nah. Sorry. But I think we've lost the run of ourselves. Somewhere between freedom and shame. You gotta figure it out. You gotta add a little bit more shame back in. And it sucks. I don't want to, but people can't have no self-control. So, what do you do?
From what I have learned, the Shimbaku fought gathering.
Bad parents, man.
Yes.
Take people my age and start whooping their ass, you know? I'm in my mid-late 30s. That's around the age of a lot of those parents. Start whooping their ass. I'd have no problem. If we can recondition the children, as they call it, let's recondition the parents as well. For every fat camp, for every fucking pray the gay away as these weird hyper-zealot religious people. Like, why not send the parents off as well? Because somebody needs an ass whooping.
Confront the wheel.
Yes.
The shoreline.
Oh yeah. You get the benefit of not having to work for some ass wipe of a CEO. I know, dude. Like, if anybody was to hear, like, have a chat with you, you'd be like, okay, this guy's got a problem with authority or something, and they don't know you. That's not what it is. They just don't know how to actually treat anybody. And there's people that are happy underneath the boot and underneath the thumb. And then there's, as I said, there's those that are followers, and there are those that are meant, if not even to lead, but that will excel on their own and are left to their own initiative. Every job I've ever been in, there's always been talk of using your own initiative. And then you go into the average business, and if they're a really bad leader, man, I'm doing a great job sneaking in here. You will be punished for using your initiative. It's so dumb. It's like, you want me to go against everything that's in my heart and who I am as a person and what I've been taught to do. Nice. I think he actually hit the ground there and it counted. Nice. That move's okay. See, they do more damage when falling on the ground, which is goofy as you can think. But yeah, fuck all that, dude. You're finding your place every day. That's huge. You're like wicked early, but you have the mindset and the brains of, and basically where you want your life to be, of somebody in their 30s. And that's huge. People might never get there, dude. They'll be in their 40s and 50s and still have the mindset of a child. I see them every day, run around on benefits, getting fucked up and basically abusing animals in their house because they don't know how to raise them, don't know how to live within their means, you know. The concept of a career to them is like what they can shoplift next week. That's about it. That's about it. Oh, nice. Teppo versus Teppo. You reload and I'll reload. We're both reloading. It's kind of weird and gay. Gotta catch 'em all. I love this. Who's gonna die first? Who's gonna reload first? It's not the power of your Teppo. It's how fast you can reload that bitch. And then for some reason this game thinks hats equals armor. I don't know about you, but we've met like maybe 1 or 2 people with actual armored hats. Everything else is straw, Ronin, you name it. This guy's meant to have a Teppo in his hands, but the poor game has forgot to load it. So he actually has a bow and arrow. So when I get in here and fight, he's now going to pull out the bow and arrow. And he just has a magical bow and arrow, which was invisible 5 seconds ago, is now in his hands. He does the posture, and he can't win. Nice. Nice. I think I've seen this animation too many times, though, I'll be honest. I'm collecting hands all over the place. But yeah, dude, it's been fucking amazing seeing you, like, grow up like that. Same with all of you guys, like, Dynamite, oh my god, like, he'll come in and talk about AI and stuff, and other days he'll come in and start chatting about day-to-day life stuff, and I'm like, he gets it, he understands, you know? He's not broken-brained. It's so nice to see that stuff, because I think those are the years where you kind of make yourself who you're going to be for the rest of your life. What the hell? Are you good, bro? This man won't climb a wall, but he just... I don't know why he whistles when he's like showing them up or something. You know what's whistle? Whistle while you work. Nice, we'll just pretend to be a dead body. That would be cool. I'm a snaky snake. Oh wait, you've been there the whole time? Not cool. Not cool. Where did he come from? You ruined my sneaky snake cosplay. How dare you! You will die. You will die the deaths of 1,000 deaths. You will die the deaths of 1,000 vets. Think about that. Basically, that's when all of your animals as a vet turn against you and rise up, rise up, rise up. It's the last time you spay me, and then the animals will tie you down and spay the vet. Oh, can you imagine that? Dude, they're having wild snow in America right now. It is the first week of April. What is going on? What is going on? What's going on? Hey, mister. Come on in, bitch. Come on.
Hitting something.
Come on. Hug. Give me a hug. Hug. Big hugs. Big hugs. Big hugs. Oh my god. He hugged me. Yes, run off. Tell the others. Tell the others what you saw here. This man was split from tit to tit. Assassinate the wheel. Now this... Where's the wheel? Look at this. He went off and told him. I think I saw the barrel of a gun. That's right, you reload that shit. Oh shit, here they all come. Didn't do as much damage as I was hoping. Gunshot to the head should be enough. Am I out of bullets or something? He's just kind of staring at it. You see that? He's just staring at it. Whatever. Bet you think the song is about you. What's this here? She's supposed to be here? You won't know, I'm right here. Stone. I want to kill like 2 of the assassination targets with genuine assassinations. And, you little bastard. You know, sneaking around and stuff, it was extremely nice. Everything else has been one where I just kind of walked up and killed them a little bit. Defeatist in defeatist. And the rest have just been me just going on a war path here through the castles, which I enjoy immensely. Watch, let me extinguish this, they'll never know I'm here. Look, he did, he actually lost me, I think, did he? They don't tell you you've no ammo left, isn't that right? You're going down the stairs. Bump. Oh, he got hit by the wall, huh? Well, good for you. Yeah, this Naginata, as it's called, or spear, is tasty. It's my kind of shit. Ooh. I've been enjoying first Berserker Kazan, but I noticed they just updated, doing their updates, so they did patch notes for it, you know, where they kind of tell you what it's going to be. And yeah, it's exactly what I was saying. They're like, we're going to change some bosses around that feel exhausting and frustrating instead of challenging. I'm like, oh god, but it's like too late now. I've done most of the bosses, but it's a good game, you know. I wouldn't say it's as good as Liza P, but it's around there, you know. It's around there. There's issues with it, like most Souls-likes. I have issues with even from software Souls-likes. They're not learning. They don't carry over the lessons they learn from the other games. Now they're doing 2 multiplayer games, and as you can imagine, for me and for most, like, I'm actually excited for that because I think that's a genre part of Souls-like that's not explored enough, and it's caused people to have a bit of an outcry. And they've said, like, are you still doing single player? I'm like, does the Pope shit in the woods? Does the bear smell the shit? Does the shit smell like shit? Like, of course they're doing that. These are side projects. That's all they are. Like, Dustbloods, everyone thought was Bloodborne. And honestly, I too think it is Bloodborne in... he doesn't even have the grapple though. He's too big for it. It's Bloodborne in name anyway. I just can't use it. Look at this. You're telling me you wouldn't see this cool spear? So maybe I should just kill all those people. It sucks. I won't be able to hit this archer now because you see. Oh well. Okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't want to kill you, you pussy ass bitch, but I can't have someone run around. He's here. Alright, let's keep Big Daddy O in the back for a second while we take care of little Steven. Wants to play samurai. I'm over here, dumbass. Get him, Yasuke. You're big, but I'm bigger. Oh, oh. Let's go. You're bald. At all. I think that's just a haircut, isn't it? Yeah, so what you're supposed to do, I never do it there. So when they're yellow, you're meant to do a charged or one attack known as a posture attack, and he'll do an animation. In this case, he headbutts the shit out of him and does incredible damage. It's not just a arbitrary like beheading. If you look, there's like full-on meat chucks. You grew up like me watching body shock horror movies too much as a kid. You see too much. So yeah, to get more arrows and tempo lead bullets, you have to pick them up off the ground. Nice. Totally I pressed the old dodge button because, unfortunately, when you're playing these games and you kind of go into autopilot, which I do on stream, you know, your brain tries to press the old buttons that you remember, like those 150 hours. Valhalla has different button combinations to Mirage. And Mirage and Valhalla have different button combinations to Shadows. Isn't that fun? Boys and girls, if you wanted to do a fucking crazy 1-2 on your brain, try playing all those games back together. I find more and more games doing this, and then Nintendo's always done its own things. That's my fault. But I'm getting more and more to the point of just going into the menus, and setting up and saving my own custom buttons and just say fuck the loss, because I'm sick of it. I think certain buttons should just do certain things. So if this was Naoe, you can see here she could climb up with the grapple hook, game over in seconds. But we're Yasuke. What I do love about this game is you are encouraged to just go balls to the wall. I'm hoping it was never a thing, but I do feel like they're moving away from the horrific days of yore of failed stealth and failed mission kind of shit, you know. I don't know why they've been doing that lately, but they bounce when they die. I know rigor mortis sets in, man. Take this. Then again, like, you know, Star Wars Outlaws had crappy stealth, but they did change it. It was too late though, and that was done by Massive. I've said this tonight, I stand by this. I think Massive Entertainment are one of Ubisoft's best news studios. And the Division 3 is being made, you know. I think they've moved away. They don't want to do the mobile stuff. I kind of would have liked the free-to-play Division. Nice, dude. I'll give you that. You got me there. See, you get the blue ones and the red ones, but then you just get normal attacks too. That last one almost gets me. Oh, someone else is pulling up behind me. Tax collector, obey the wheel. That could be another one of the dice. Who said that? Who's tax collector? Tax collector turned samurai, huh? There's the headbutt, and I almost killed him in one go. Yeah, I did it again. You get really good at it after a while. He's probably half dead as well. Pretty cool weapon. We haven't even got into the big club yet. Have a little prey afterwards. Nice. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot to love here. Yasuke, I suppose there's such a focus on combat they've given him more, but I just find it weird that there's no real range for Naoe. They really want you to use shurikens and kunai. It makes sense for shinobi, but it's like, oh, because they're not quite up to task. Not to be mean, but they're not quite up to task. They just aren't peak. Ooh, who's in here? You can get some kills, but a lot of the times the hat, as I said, is armor for some reason. So a head kill or a headshot with a kunai, 9 times out of 10 will not kill them. Luckily, good old Ubisoft, unfortunately, been stuck to their old ways. You notice that the archers tend to not have helmets on, so it's like a guarantee. It's so weird. It's like they created a system that was broken. Oh, here we go. Who's it going to be? Oh no! That's why she's the mourner. No. The mourner because the husband. I should have known. Look at this. So this whole time she's been asking us to help and do this. It was her. And she was a possible love interest for Yasuke. There's going to be no doubt in my mind we have to kill her. It makes sense. She's been kind of leading Yasuke this whole time. Damn. You almost got some baddie pussy.
Please.
It makes sense that in her grief she's become dissuaded with Japan. They're probably going to do that grey area bullshit where it's going to be like, you know, the Templars aren't that bad, right? Now, what's going to be your excuse?
Explain yourself.
I wanted only to help.
As Yuki said there, Nobunaga's vision was to unite the country, but under his rule it still was. It might have been smart as a new vision, but it was still, it led to a ruler, so you know, it was never going to work. In this stage, they want to say that there was a sort of a shadow government behind them all with the Onryo.
The moneylender invited me to a group. He said we could help the province.
Yeah, there we go.
That was not wise.
No, that was a lie.
By the time I discovered
the fact of the matter is, history is written by the winners. And sometimes the bad guy loses. And then we have revisionist history, which is probably about 90% of history. No one wants to say that, even as an Irishman. We're led to believe that the IRA were all fully good and they fought and bombed for the good of the country. That's just not the truth. It's been widely believed that they bombed, our own Irish people bombed Dublin and blamed it on the North to just start more conflict. Because things were winding down and they weren't happy with things. It's a lot of stuff like that. And then there was the real IRA, and trust me, our history is marred in our own blood and our own lives as much as it is under the big bad evil Britain, you know what I mean? Attack as Naoe, attack as Yasuke. It's a tough one. Me even saying this kind of stuff can piss a lot of people off. I get that. I get it. But to believe just one history, one story, one lie is fucking foolish.
We cannot build a world without mercy. Oh, we are no better than those we overthrow.
She was tainted by the money and a grand vision after the death. I don't blame her. Ooh, did it go through her? He stopped her. Yasuke. He has to be the one to do it. This might be a selfish one. He might just kill her and walk out. I don't think it's going to be a battle. Yeah, this might be a hug, an apology, and a stab between the ribs.
I could have freed you from their grasp.
It's true, it's true.
But you have.
Oh.
Don't you see?
Yeah, but in your freedom is death. She accepts her death. Oh. Good little twist in the story.
What more do you know about this group?
Remember when she told us about the Shinboku? I knew there was something wrong there.
I can tell you that Lord Mitsuhide knows.
There's one thing passing on secrets and hearsay because you're part of an elite upper class, but in reality, you're as bad as them. Alright, now you can go to your brother and your husband.
First,
you spit on their memory.
Take them.
I told you that the end of this quest was the fancy sword. That also gave it away too. It's another sign of objectives giving away a story. Remember I said it when we met her in the pond. I said, that's the sword, that's the reward. Yeah, only one way of getting that sword. My thought at the time was it was either her or her brother somehow survived. But it was pretty obvious it was a woman too.
Second,
and a mourner,
I
let's
shall
be honest.
meditate upon my misdeeds and possible remedies.
No.
Farewell, Yasuke.
That's not what's going to happen here. We're going to take your fucking head. Come on, now don't let her off. Come on, dude. What are you doing? He's going to give her a moment to come on, dude. You know this has to be done. Would she poison herself, maybe? Come on. She ain't going to prison. There's none of that. There's only the justice of the assassins. He's giving her a moment to reflect, I think, and then she'll probably end up poisoning herself. Would she commit seppuku? It's only for samurais, and I've never noticed a woman to commit seppuku. Maybe.
We are doing good.
I'd say she'll poison herself. Yeah, I know, it's cruel. Now it's starting to falter a bit. I don't like that. That's the youth in her, you see. She's a bit worried. Because she's obviously been through a lot. And she's been basically killing on the wrong side for a bit too.
I can tell.
She worked with Mitsuhige, not realizing. Ended up kind of being part of the death of Nobunaga.
How do you know I was not a prince among my people?
True.
Were you?
I think he might have been important, actually.
Someday I will tell that story.
Yeah, please.
But today is not that day.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I think Yasuke... Like, here's the thing. Anybody can rise to these occasions, right? And do some really cool things. But the bowl has to be willing to accept it, you know? You gotta have that within you already. You can make a really smart, dumb person and they usually become politicians. But make a truly wonderful person. So what happens now? Does she then just... She just carries it? Come on. That's bullshit. Is she taken away then?
No, please. I have riches. I can give you anything you want, just a name.
So we can't kill her because she's a daimyo?
Pay for your greed with your life.
Huh? What happened? Who's he talking to? Is there like a little mini mission here? What's the matter? You killed this guy? What was that all about? See the daikon? What was that all about? The hoarder, the corrupt daikon. He was just standing there. See what I'm saying? I don't know what that was about. Whatever. I think he just in the heat of battle maybe he knew. So what happens with her now? That's crazy. Would it say captured maybe? Some of them we've said captured. Let's see what it says. Spared. No. I never was given the choice. I don't care if she's his sister. Dude, that's bullshit. She contributed in the death of so many and trying to bring down Japan from the inside. I don't care if she donated $1 or if she opened the door. She's complicit. That's some bullshit. That's not so. I don't care who you are. You could be the highest on high. I don't care if you were brainwashed. You gotta pay for your actions. It's not who you are or your connections. It's what you do. Jesus Christ. It's what you do that defines you. Damn you, Batman. But it makes sense. Now look at this. Tranquil waters of Lake Bawa belie the corruption that lies beneath and threatens the peace of its people. Servant has written to Yasuke appealing the good nature for help. Suck my balls. That's fucked up, man. I hate seeing this yellow stuff. I should be dead. What level are we now? Nice twist, but a horrible conclusion. Should at least poison herself, gross. Like, how come Nobunaga barely let his side down? He just unfortunately faltered and chose to immediately commit seppuku. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Told you, half of these just walk into by accident. That's some bullshit. I'm not cool with that. Let's go talk to her. Maybe it's not quite over. It's not over. I'm not going home. Where would the letter be? Read her letter. Ah, it's in the hideout. Okay. Back to the hideout. This motherfucker. Why do you put things inside of things and I can't fast travel? I'll pick up Terminator Resistance on sale. Haven't played it. Yeah, it's so good. So good. It's short and sweet now, that one. Robocop's the better game and it has side quests and stuff. But you see it has their learn. But Terminator Resistance is awesome. It's like 8 hours of just good time. I think there was DLC and I didn't play it. And you'll see, you might immediately see there's a little bit of stuttering. Hideout is 30 frames. They've not fixed that yet, but hopefully they do. So this is all important, especially when you're streaming in 60. When I was doing the whole game on 30, didn't mind. Let's go read her letter.
Looks important.
And since I suppose there was a love interest. Blessing
OICHI.
heaven upon you.
She needs my help again.
I know you care for Lodi. Her spirit is failing. Visit the Isle of Cats. Might bring her joy. She often visits Yasuke Market. Maybe you might see her there. Lady Gamo. We went to the Isle of Cats, I think, didn't we? Or we went to a shrine full of cats. It was like over 15 cats. I paid them all. I pet them all. I paid them all off. I paid those cats off. I was scared. And I, it was kittens and everything, man. It was kind of cool. Yeah, as I said to people, there's fun to be had here. But it's also okay and skippable if you want to do that too. Sake and swords, yeah. We'll do a little bit here, more with Yasuke, and when we come back, we'll do Naoe stuff. I'll do a little bit of assassins. I'll assassinate one of the targets, but I'll do some of the Assassin Brotherhood stuff. and some of the family stuff as well. You see that as well, which is cool. So that'll be cool as well. Let's see. So what time is it now? Yeah, it gets on a bit. We're yapping and failing miserably. Spent like the first half an hour just dying to that duel. Whereabouts is this? Where is it? The fact that they say he's in Omi, like Omi is one of the biggest districts on the map. I suppose it has a big lake. Yes. She's in the merchants' quarter. The merchants. The merchants. Yeah, I'll probably focus down on this one. South of Midnight has been a lovely treat. It's like when you're not expecting it, but a family member brings home an extra dessert for you, or there's some like a crushed box of your favorite desserts, and they're giving them away for free, and you're like, oh my god. That ever happened to you? Or sometimes if I'm lucky, I don't always. You go into like your supermarket and they're like selling stuff that's about to go off that day or whatever, so it's like 60% off. I'm like, fuck yeah. It's one thing my father taught me was the fuck is that the expiration date is but a number, as long as it's not like milk or something. And also do better. I said do better. Please show you how to fight. Now I'm kind of saving that club. We will get our own. I could also have done an early mission to get one of those, but I'm saving it. I want to get into, because I think what happened with Naoe is we got our Kurosagama too early, and I've just become just in love with it, you know. Show me how you fight. Nice, even dodged into one and still couldn't hit me. Sorry, buddy. Ooh. The bigger the air, the more blood that comes out of them, apparently. All these poor people.
My skills have grown.
Alright. Say so. Okay, let's meet this little lady thing. There she is. Now you notice there's 2 of these. Even 3. There's a very good chance that these other ones are actually corrupt daikons. Daikon salad. I know it sounds goofy. Remember we did this before? We were killing a whole family. Some of these might be just like listening.
I love it here. The sights, the sounds, even the smells.
The whole town stinks. It's those grubby sake breweries.
The smell of sake is the smell of...
And now they're saying that the sake brewery is probably... Did you see that? Did you see that? No way. That dog was standing up like a person. They were T-posing and standing up like a person. Someone's got to clip that. Oh my god. It's creepy. I was like, why is this furry man here?
Lord Hideyoshi has drawn the swords against the Akechi.
That's fucking weird. God, Ubisoft, what are you like? This engine needs to be taken out to pasture and killed. Here's my my plan for Ubisoft to fix things. We're gonna retire nearly all of these series, give them time to go back and come up with, bring back that engine and come up with some great ideas, you know. You're probably gonna have a few years with just no income. I want you to dial back all your studios, go back to what was normal, get rid of the Guillermo family, and start to remember, you know, and begin making these games again. Start small, and stay small to middle size, you know. No more open worlds, no more bullshit. Get back to what's good, you know. Assassin's Creed came from Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia they bought. Far Cry they bought. Ghost Recon's from Tom Clancy. It's someone else's work. The only true thing that they've created from the ground up themselves was Rayman. That's the hard-hitting truth of Ubisoft. No one wants to talk about it. They are a modern Bethesda. Bethesda's the same. Bethesda ain't done shit that wasn't handed directly to them.
Delight to meet you in the marketplace.
Yes.
Thank you, Lady OICHI.
Nice.
But it is
We'll
no
find those
happy
other
accident.
guys later.
I sought you out.
You did? But why? The trouble you helped me with, that is in the past.
Yes,
No.
but I still worry. There have been alarming reports about your health, your happiness.
Your concern is
Boo-hoo.
admirable. But put your mind at ease. I am well.
Time to say goodbye. End quest. I miss your smile. Ooh. I mean, Yasuke deserves.
I was hoping we could spend some more time
something.
together.
Maybe this is her
They
romance
say
option.
the Isle of Cats brings a smile to sad faces.
A
Oh,
visit to the island would be most entertaining.
this treacherous lady probably could have got you killed 10 times over. But hey, you can't turn down some good pussy. Right? We're going to the Isle of Cats. Don't make it dirty. She probably has some good pussy too. Anyway, let's keep on going. She's, you know, meet with Lady OICHI. I was just there. I just talked to her. Island Northeast, probably here. It's the Isle of the Cats. She's headed to Okashima. She going to get a boat there first? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't think that's it. We have been there. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's this one. It's the Isle of Cats. Alright, let's get to the nearest harbour. Get ourselves a boat. And get over there. My god, what happened over here? It's a fucking dead body. What the hell? That was the moon. It was me. So yeah, I'd say we could finish up south of midnight this week. I'll probably go hard on this one. I'd say I could finish this one up this week too. To put any kind of emphasis on it. And then First Berserk Kazan actually has there's a good few bosses left, but it's doable. It just depends, you know, if you keep getting brick wall by them. It's tough, there's so much health. There's a good few games still coming out in April as well. And I'm still wondering about this Oblivion remake. I don't know what the fuck they're saying now. From the moment I heard the rumor, I was like, it's probably around the anniversary. They're like, no, it's last Friday, it's last Thursday. Load of shite. Load of shite. A couple of Neanderthal leakers that think they know more than the companies. They could change it in the last minute. There's no boats around here? Come on. Gonna make me work for. We need a submarine mode for our horses. Jesus. For all the animation improvements they talk about, some of the basic ones from back in the day are just falling by the wayside. It's crazy. Bumping into rocks. That bit there where you went from wading in the water to getting into the deep water, you went up in the air first. Here's all the kittens. They're all the kittens, man. They're just kittens. What's up, little dude?
I bet you're a good hunter.
No, it's a little kitten. He's not a hunter. Where's your mama? You guys are gonna get run over by a horse. Too cute. Alright, it's gotta be both down by the harbour. Wade in the water. But yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that Schedule 1. It's like, it's one of those, another one of those weed shop simulators, drug simulators. They can be goofy though. There might be one that's a little bit better just with a group. Off we go. She better be on Are you fucking well in the head? Why did he jump off? I knew there was something wrong. The camera started to freak out. Maybe it's because his boat's in the way. Excuse you. No. Oh my fucking god. Do you need the entire lake to yourself? I'll outrace you any day of the week. You ever see those crazy sailboat races they do? They have to almost flip it over on the side. I love those. I watched a lot of those with my dad. We loved crazy sports like that. It was wild. Some of them would fall in and everything. There's ones where they do those across the entire oceans. It's like, what the hell? How could you survive a storm? That must be the way they paddle these, is it? Constantly back and forth. Do you ever see those surfboards where they have the fin underneath them? You have to kind of move them up and down. It makes the fin move. Looks very tough. Require balance and extreme stamina. Constantly pushing. Alright. This missilady thing over here. The Isle of Cats. Okashima. It's probably a real thing, I'm not really sure, isn't it? I know a lot of people that go to the Island of Cats. There's very little people there. Gonna have a little chat. Still don't know why to call it the Island of Cats though.
Welcome to the Isle of Cats, Yasuke.
I am glad to be here.
Let's walk to the shrine for tea. The shrine is up this hill. It offers an enchanting view.
I find the views in
Enchantment.
OICHI to be among the loveliest in the land.
What made you suggest a visit here?
The nickname, Cat Island.
Oh.
It called to me.
I see. Do you find cats interesting, Yasuke?
Cats are cats. But you are interesting to me.
And your partner, the shinobi girl,
Naoe?
yes, Naoe.
Don't tell her.
Is she the jealous type?
The only thing she envies are my skills with the
Nice, yeah, that's true.
We are friends and allies. Nothing more.
I see.
Yeah, right. Yo, slide dog, you. Is that it? Awkward. Just want to see whose cat you've been licking. Let's have some tea. This lovely day, followed by the cats. Yeah, this really isn't. There is an island of cats, and people go there, but it's like next to nobody there. It's probably bigger than this too. Just the cats. Just the cats. Hey, Catty. I don't know you, little Catty, but I love you. It's the goodest place anywhere to have some tea. I thought she'd poison herself out of embarrassment or something. I don't think there is a romance option with Naoe and Yasuke. Anyway, Naoe's like she's a kid, for God's sake. She's 17.
But today must
17,
be our
18
last.
at most over the course of the
I
game.
am an Oda before all else.
Uh-huh.
My blood will help bind the Shibatas to us and preserve the peace.
God, she's ready to marry again.
The jaw crusher. A great samurai. A great...
That's all they think of, uniting families.
Worthy husband.
It is an honor.
No one is truly worthy of you. Not anyone I know.
I know of one.
I am drawn to you. Poor Yasuke. He's heart in his sleeve. We don't even know if he has a missus at home.
OICHI. I always...
Not here, not yet. But soon.
Oh, dang.
Yes. Soon. I invited you here to bring a smile to your face. Since I have failed in that task, I will find a cat to do the job.
My
Okay.
daughters are already searching the island for a pet.
That's cute.
Perhaps you could lend a hand.
I think with these two, it's like different time, different place
His daughters has found
in life, in history. A little bit of unrequited love. But nothing that can happen. Maybe they can have a moment tonight and that's about it. She'll go off and marry. Yasuke will.
Yasuke, sir.
Uh-huh. Gammo, hello. You know where the daughters are? You're supposed to be minding them.
Lady OICHI's daughters out looking for cats.
Yes, sir. The young ladies are roaming
That's
the
cute.
island
Maybe it's a tradition
seeking
for
a
them
pet.
to go adopt a cat. Is that it? I wouldn't be surprised. Cats are wild bastards. People always talk about rabbits be humping, but just cats are close behind them.
Do what I say and follow the rules.
Oh, Jesus. Must follow your father.
Greetings, young miss.
Is that yarn or a baseball? or
Will
something?
that cat make a good pet?
No, this is a bad cat. Mother only likes cats who follow the rules.
Cats are like shinobi. They go their own way and make their own
You guys,
rules.
would you guys think you'd be interested in Marathon at all? Bungie's new game? Could be cool. Like, whatever way you think they treated Destiny or how it ended up, like, you guys are still very, very talented, you know? It'll be good. It's going to be an extraction shooter, though. As I said, it doesn't matter if you're the lords of Halo and Bungie themselves. These new games coming out, these live service games, just believe in yourself that they have
Here, you stupid
about a
cat. Oh
year.
my God, will shoot you with this tempo.
Oh my god, these are spoiled out bitches.
You must be Lady OICHI's youngest.
So yeah, they have
daughter.
about a year. 6 months is even
Looks like
generous
the
at
cat
this
is
point.
not suitable.
So my advice would be to enjoy them, love them.
It won't
Don't
do
put like
as I
€1,000 or dollars into
Even
them
the
in
Emperor
skins.
cannot
Just
command a cat.
don't. I know you might be saying, which it is, how are they supposed to expect if you think you're not supposed to put money into them? Because this is not the genre we want. To say any of these games wouldn't just exist and be fun if they were put out as a one-off $60 game as a multiplayer thing. That's not enough for them because they're all greedy bastards. They don't want $60 out of you. They want $60 out of you every day for the rest of your life. They want you to become a whale. And I'm sorry. That's enough blubbering shit for one day. I don't like life service model. What's this little Sheba doing here? It's the Isle of Cats. Fuck off to the Isle of Dogs. Well, what's wrong? Aw. This is a Goldilocks room, isn't it? This cat is too mean. This cat won't listen to orders.
No, sir.
This cat is just right.
Won't play nice. My mother likes peaceful things.
So she wants one that...
Peaceful cat catches no mice.
She wants a peaceful cat, one that obeys the rules.
None of these cats
And one
are
that
suitable
listens.
for Lady OICHI.
Yeah. Get her the perfect cat. I don't think it's the cat's fault. Might be Lady OICHI's high maintenance. I don't see us ever traveling back here unless we want to hang with the cats, but like these are meant as sort of fast travel points, and everywhere will require a boat. I've seen more glitches than ever. Alright, kitty. Nice kitty. I am assuming we're gonna have to pick a cat, are we? Is she back down here? With her parasol.
Have you found a suitable cat for me, Yasuke?
There's
The
no.
great warrior returns from his campaign.
Right? It was tough.
But where are your little allies?
Oh, these cats are crafty foes.
Mm-hmm.
They hold your daughters prisoner.
We shall gather a ransom of raw fish and seaweed.
Uh-oh. Yeah, what the hell? Oh, maybe it's their dog. That makes more sense.
We found an obedient dog.
There you go.
Peaceful. Can we keep him? I can make him do lots of tricks.
That is Fujimaru. He used to belong to the Akechi clan.
Aww.
Fujimaru has chosen you, Yasuke. We'll find another pet.
Yay.
Fair. I want Fujimaru.
Jesus. I will keep Fujimaru. Fuck you,
We'll
bitch.
give him a good home.
You can get a
No
cat.
thanks. Girls, take Fujimaru down to the wall
Sorry.
until we return.
He'll be
Yes,
helpful for us. You just can come visit, see?
They are good girls.
Are you sure?
You have done well.
They will do their duty. Except for Oil. She may be too proud for her own good. Yasuke, walk with me. We can watch the sunset.
Alright. So I think every pet you get here goes back to your little hideout. Remember when I was petting some of them, they'd just be like bobtail and all that.
Here we are.
Just have
Alone at last.
60,000 cats.
Yet I don't know what to say.
I do.
Oh.
Someone once said it like this. You are a daimyo's daughter, and I am just a samurai.
Now.
Not just. Never just.
Oh. Let's just enjoy this moment. There
Lady
you go.
OICHI,
It's nice to have a little quiet
I have
romance.
learned something in my battles. Time is a veil. Tomorrow is an illusion.
Between all the
And
death.
all we have left is here and now.
Coming to Netflix soon. Wow. Did we find the perfect cat? Oh. Really cute. Looks like I didn't give them the dog, so I don't need to change that, do it? Maybe. One last little parting gift. This place must smell like piss. Nice. Oh, what happened? Oh, the season change. I was wondering. Like, he wouldn't load into it and give me the gameplay and then give it back. Jeez, how long were they laying down there? The whole of winter's over? Jeez. Yasuke's been away from ladies for a long time though, leave him alone. He's got a lot of energy to sponge. Nice. Good morning. I always find these moments weird because the girls gotta sleep somewhere, the guards gotta sleep somewhere. Keep an eye on things. Like, yes, go away. Mommy's having a little bit of rumper still skin. Is that one done now? I'm just a small little. He mentioned his stories, backstories, family. I need to know, buddy. I am fascinated. Oh, that one looks good. Is that poison as well? Poison build up. So he's slightly. The weapon DPS is a tad lower than I got going on. And the posture is a bit lower too. See the way how it works? See, that's critical damage. This is poison build up. And there's like bleed build up. There's ability damage. See how that works? That's all that about. I think there's a daze one as well. So the status elements. And you saw like how important the poison was with Naoe, because they, once you build it up, not only are they getting like energy going down, their life bar slowly going down, they also go into a poison animation which has them vomit everywhere, which you can just, if you allow it to play out, you can really capitalize on it, which is good. There is a lot of stuff going on there, I will give them that. Like when it comes to the combat itself, it's actually really great. I just wish it wasn't held back by a power leveling system, but I do think it's really cool what they've got going on. So I've seen some late game stuff as well, and it's just fantastic how you can band stuff together with the abilities and stuff. But that's another side of it. I think a lot of the abilities have taken over, haven't they? Like even as the first time you play as Yasuke, not 5 minutes into the game, you're able to kick and you're able to bash through things, and it really is, it comes off as power fantasy but just unrealistic superhero stuff. But then the game is so serious. I would have much preferred them. I think these games excel when they play into the weird mythos and urban myths, because how many games can you honestly say do that? God of War has shied away from that. That sucks, right? So, god damn it. I wish they would. I hope one of the DLCs do that. And then they were so happy doing that with Assassin's Creed Odyssey that led into them messing around, and it created Immortals Phoenix Rising, which is pure mythos and comedy, you know? And it's a really great game. Now, some of the dialogue is shite, but that's more of a Western writer problem, not gameplay, you know. But yeah, Jesus, I don't know. So I think Ubisoft are completely confused. This game was almost completely made for the height of Ghost of Tsushima's fame. That's the only thing I can think of, you know. We're like, okay, we'll finally do a feudal Japan. We've all been screaming for Assassin's Creed, but we wanted old Assassin's Creed in feudal Japan. Now we have kind of mixed up RPG. Anyway, yeah, so when we come back, let me see, is there anything else? Maybe we could go after another student. Wait, what level am I now? We could try that student one more time, just to how we started this session getting destroyed. Maybe I could, you know, earn back my honor a little bit. I fucking doubt that, though. I doubt it. I think when it's gone, it's gone. But we could just end it and see if we can find her again. It's the shinobis. It's the diamond. There we go. The students. Here she is. She kicked my ass. Let's see what you're going to drop. Is that a Naginata? Something else I've noticed as well, which is cool, is you can see all these orange little blips around. These are special, like training and things to do. Like these are shrines. Most of them are pertaining to Yasuke. Like one is horse archery, and I was supposed to do that and show you, and I didn't. There's kata, which is for samurai with the katana. Then there's one for tempo, and there's the horse archery. Now, but do you notice something? They're all for mainly Yasuke. There's none. The only one we do for Naoe is Kuchikiri, which is that chi, that kind of meditation and flashback. I don't know what else. You can do the shrines as her, and you can do all these temples. And the orange indicator is the knowledge point, which then relates to your level up skill and your mastery. So they kind of need to be done, otherwise you won't have access to half your skills. So yeah, isn't it weird? It's all Yasuke. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like this game it's two halves. Half of Ubisoft made Yasuke, and the other half made Naoe, and then they mashed them together. And sometimes you can see those threads of development really, really well. when they shouldn't be. It should be fluid. It should feel like it all came together in the end. I don't know. Anyway, this is the level 23 and I come here and they kill me a couple of times. How about I just open this up, travel there, and I can just immediately jump on my horse. So yeah, it's interesting. When I look at these type of games, especially when I put about 20 hours in like I have, I look at these games and I'm like, what lasting effect is this going to have on me and then the wider industry, you know? Like, am I going to look back at this game and go like, oh, I had fun with that one, I remember that one. Because I know I do that with Ghost of Tsushima all the time. I think Ghost of Tsushima, hands down, is one of the best Sony games in recent memory. I do just everything. The budget of it, the cinematography. I know you're like, what the budget? What are you talking about? But like, it has to be said. It's 1/5 of the rest of their games. The story, the gameplay, the atmosphere, nailing the concept, which is important. You can have lovely graphics looking at God of War and just not nailing that concept at all. They're so in love with Atreus and fucking Angrboda. Now, I've heard a nasty rumor going around that they actually were employing Sweet Baby Inc. themselves. I never heard of this before. They usually only use them as consultants. They're going to employ them to make a Atreus and Angrboda game. I don't know if that's been... I don't think that's the Project Giant game, but it could be. Project Giant is meant to be a spin-off with Atreus, but it could be. But they make this sound like it's an Angrboda game. I don't know. I don't really care too much. Like, when you think about Atreus's gameplay, it's like walking behind Odin, walking behind Heimdall, walking with Angrboda on top of the back of a yak, all this kind of shite. Whereas when I think of his gameplay in the first game, I was like, he goes from being an annoying, angry kid to like, holy hell, he stunned this guy, he's jumped on his back, he's so helpful, he's as much a part of Atreus as he is, but as Kratos, not Atreus. I'm going to Atreus and Kratos, and I got Tratos. That's kind of cool, actually. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on that. To each their own, I guess. I don't know what I want. People like fell in love with the voice actor as well. It's so weird when people do that. Back in the day, like, you knew a few of them, but we've turned them all into celebrities. I still don't know why this guy's just chilling here. What's his name? It's like Sun-Hee Sun or something like that. I'm like obsessed with him. Sunny or whatever. Like, shut the fuck up.
Are you ready to fight?
The internet's ruined us. Ruined us. You tell me anything about Ragnarok, like, come on. Tell me what happened at the end. Tell me what you thought of the actual Ragnarok. The name check. Alright, mister, let's see what you kick me arse this time. She was one-shotting me. Now, be back with revenge. Back once again. I doubt I'm going to do much better. Still like a level below her, am I?
It will take any and all.
But usually it's when the skull is there, it's one shot. Not this one. No, look how much damage we're already done. With one hit. Look how much damage she's doing. Jesus. Nice, you see that? She was going to use an attack and then she pulled back on it. So sick. Actually, this will probably take our whole yellow bar off of it. No, not quite. Oh, nice, that always gets me. See, that's what it originally should have done, but didn't. Whoa, that was weird. We both dodged into the same thing. Nice, good girl. Oh, I think she still got me there, did she? Ah, she still got me. I hate that. Like, you can see that the player character is still standing. So it's very infuriating when you know you're not dead, but you're not allowed to continue fight because they said so. And she still hits like a truck. I think we're still one level below her. It's doable.
I am unafraid.
A kick doesn't do what I want it to do. It's not stunning her at all. Damn, I never know how one of them gets through, but it does. Basically what's supposed to happen is when I block that last one, I don't get that game. I don't get that. I'm blocking the blue ones, and at the end she's supposed to turn yellow, but it's not working. She must have an extremely tight window. That's what she said. Tiny little secret window in her secret garden. She's supposed to turn yellow. I'm dodging you. She's not doing it.
I am unafraid.
Damn. She hit me from one side, but it sent me the other way. See, that's what's supposed to happen, but her window is too tight.
Your front hand is loose. Your blade uncensored. Cut with full weight.
Why doesn't my move work? So you can see, like, that was supposed to turn her yellow. But they fucking obviously tell you when that can happen. That's so dumb, game. There must be a cooldown on it, maybe? Yeah, game over. There must be a cooldown on it, I don't know. You can see that she took a step back there because I had perfectly dodged, but then she didn't go yellow. Strange. Stinker. And she's still a toughie. The idea is that we're not meant to kill each other, meant to be close, so the game just says if she does enough damage, it's over. Come on, old shit. No.
Come then, Yasuke. I am unafraid.
I think if you perfect defend at certain points, they just don't let you. See, I'm doing the same thing again. Doesn't make any sense. Why didn't she go yellow there? This one's as much to be training as it is a duel.
Your front hand is loose. Your blade uncensored. Cut with full weight.
Ah, that one always gets me. To follow up with a red one. Both of these duels are no joke. See, that one broke me there. And when I do that, she always blocks afterwards.
I ask for intensity, not mercy. Again.
It's almost, there's actually almost no point using the kick because she always recovers from it. No, we got a few hits there. There you go. Take it slow, Yasuke. Camera can't quite keep up. Ah, it should be over now. No? There you go. Nice, still a tough fight. Good stuff. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a cooldown, so you can't just keep making them vulnerable or something. I like that she treated it as training. It's cool though. We only started with the Naginata, so it was almost like it really was like training.
No,
literally, young grasshopper, you know, students comes to master.
But this world doesn't
Good
care
stuff.
for our fears, does it?
A lot of things I still don't understand with their system. My brain is too wired for Souls-like, and that's just not what this is.
Was to face it again and again until I'd made a life of it.
I think you can upgrade your block where you can block the red attacks, but it's very late game. I believe it's called like hardening or something like that. Good stuff. Yeah, see, we're not really here to kill them. Legendary Naginata. Celestial Blade. There's the engravings. I haven't messed with the engravings too much, and that's like half of my issue too. The engravings are special things you can, an extra skill you can put on them. Ooh, that's from, okay, so that's the Myth Slayer. Ooh, I do like his katanas, but he's almost like chopping lettuce. He just goes off, you know, and you're like, that doesn't feel overly rewarding. Blocking automatically parries incoming regular attack. Jesus, that's really. You can customize the look of it. You see, I could make it look like this poison one if I wanted to. Right. That was good fun. Oh.
You have something of mine.
I remember you.
Is this the guy who was on the ground?
My hat.
Oh.
And what is your name, oh bold one?
Alright. I'm eavesdropping. They won't know I'm here.
I flirt as poorly as I fight.
Yep.
I think you're doing just fine.
Oh, he's got the riz. He's got that riz. Look at we're doing like breakdancing. What are they gonna do, those two? Can I watch? Look at this. Wow. They're both gonna pray the day away. Then time for some angry rough sex. Let's see if we just push this. Can he not? He can't roll on the ground. Nice. Can I watch? You'll never know I'm here. It's where. I go pray too. I don't get to pray. There's only 2 slots for praying at one time. God. So I think he was knocked out earlier. Maybe he's dizzy. That was a bit of a strange story. What's he doing? Am I going back to praying? Guys, you may like end up dying to malnutrition and dehydration if you're going to spend the whole day praying. Oh yeah, that was a little bit of Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I'm going to go pretty hard on this one. It'd be nice to put a pin and see where the DLC goes. I don't think we'll see something like the Hidden Blade or the Dawn of Valhalla. You know, I don't think so. I don't think it's going. But I would love to. I'd love to for them just to go like, feck it, let's fight some weird ass demons. But who knows? I mean, it's the same thing at the end of the day. Giant white energy bar with red bar or yellow bar or whatever. You know, why not? I just think they wanted to be super respectful, but then realized that they missed some of the hidden details. Yeah, he's cool. Definitely just balls to the wall. Good old Yasuke. And then Naoe, she's like a gentle lotus, but except that the petals are razor sharp. Nice. Good old Cat Island. Yeah, I'll leave it there. You guys, thank you for hanging out on this little Sunday. Always kind of a random, you know, weekend stream. But here's still a good week. We'll see if I can muster up some interesting indie games or something as well. Maybe a bit of crack. Hell yes. GG's. Have a good one. Good night.